What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Hot Stove Report. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, joined by two of my close compadres, my guy El Don Sicario and El Numero Uno Ruben is in the building. Salute, fellas. How we doing?
Salute.
How you guys doing, bro?
Shoot. Empieza tú, dale, go.
I'm excited. I'm excited for no reason. Like, we didn't get no news today, but I'm excited.
We got a little bit of rumors that are still buzzing around. Shout out to all the different Yankee content creators that have been putting out amazing content over this past couple of weeks since the hot stove and everything began with the winter meetings. I know we were off last week because your boy was in Puerto Rico enjoying a nice little vacacione, like our people say, but I'm back. I'm happy to be back with the fellas, ready for a dope conversation. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. If you guys are watching this for the first time, or if you're just watching it, period, smack that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Let's do a little bit of shout outs before we continue. My guy Steve Schumann's in the building. Stevie Pooh, how you doing? My guy Jacob Petruzzi's in the building. Jacob, how you doing? David Cohen's in the building. Hope you're related to Steve Cohen. Give us some inside information, David. Let us know from your brother or your cousin or your friend from your bar mitzvah if you know anything about any inside information. Of course, my guy Jonathan is in the building. Keith Khalif is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. The fellas.
We got, and don't forget, we got La Mente Maestra on the chat too. We got Felix from NYY.
Oh, snap. I didn't even see that. Hello, mi hermano. What's good? NYY News is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Retired war vets in the building. My
guy. What up, what up, what up?
Salute, salute, salute. Like I said, if you guys can, smack that like button, hit the subscribe button, and you see the little heart emoji on the bottom of the screen, just tap that for the next 30 to 40 seconds. Let's get some more people in it. If you guys can share this on whatever social media platforms you got. All right, the commercials are out the way. I'm ready to have this conversation. Fellas, like I said, I missed you guys last week. We weren't able to have
same.
You know, I'll wait. Breaking news: the New York Yankees.
Okay.
What? No way. We got breaking news.
Hold on.
We gotta verify this. We gotta verify this. Let's see the breaking news.
Oh my God!
Great way to start a show. It's true.
It's passing. Tweeted it.
Listen, I got my guy. It didn't take labor, but I got my guy.
All right. Well, like you said, according to Jeff Passan, the New York Yankees are acquiring outfielder Alex Verdugo in a trade with the Boston Red Sox for right-handers Richard Fitz, Greg Weissert, and Nicholas Judas. First thing, what I say about Greg Weissert, that man looks like someone who has like an HVAC business. I don't think he looks like a baseball player. But hey, we got Verdugo. Breaking news, reactions. I'll throw it over to you, Ruben. What's your thoughts on it? And then throw it over to Don Sicario. Folks in the chat, let us know. What's your thoughts? And where is he going to play? Go ahead, Ruben.
I'm shook. I'm shook. I'm not a guy. I'm not a guy that kind of doesn't like Verdugo, I'm cool with him. Like in the sense, like I like his attitude. I like that he's a contact lefty bat. I like the skill set. But does he play center field? Because I don't remember him playing center field.
Tell him to play. Yeah,
because I've seen him play center field a few years back. I haven't seen him play center field recently. It gotta be for center field. It gotta be because it can't be left field. It can't be left field.
It can't be because that's supposed to be for Juan Soto. Does this mean now the Yankees and Jack Curry just tweeted out as well? The Yankees are continuing their efforts to acquire Soto from the Padres, while the two teams have been in a perceived stalemate. The Yankees are said to be trying to get a deal done. This is 6 minutes ago. And when it comes to the Yankees on the Yes Network, I'm not sure if you guys noticed it, but they put their hot stove episode to come on at 10 p.m. tonight. Normally it's on at 7 or 8, and there's no Brooklyn Nets game. The Nets aren't playing on the Yes Network. So right now they probably got like some soccer highlights or
you know what's crazy? Now we know why Aaron Boone was grinning when he was talking to Cora.
Because Cora did say that. Okay, Cora did say that he said basically that Aaron Boone, he FaceTime Aaron Boone.
Yeah.
And Cora told him basically like that there's something coming up because he's smiling. He's smiling a lot.
Bro, I don't know about y'all. I like Verdugo. You know what I'm saying?
Like him too.
I like him too.
I like his. I didn't want to do it for Glaber, of course, because it said Nana Glaber, but I'm not mad at this move, to be honest.
I mean, I'll take him at center field. I'll take him at center field, bro.
As long as it doesn't interfere with the Juan Soto, which it shouldn't. But I mean, if this is the other lefty bat, I'm with it. The only question is, we're gonna have to figure out, like how we said before, we're gonna have to get some cameras in there in the Bochincha because Verdugo's gonna go up to Aaron Judge like, "Yo, my guy, what are we gonna do about the 99 number?" Because they both got that 99. So that's gonna be a
number 66. He better wear number 66. Reverse those numbers. But no, the New York Yankees have acquired the best player to come back in the Mookie Betts trade, Alex Verdugo from the Boston Red Sox. And it is legit. It's legit.
Oh my God.
Hector, what you think about that? What you think about that?
Yeah, what do you think, bro? Yeah, like what do you
it's a head for me. It's a head scratcher.
Yeah,
I'm still
I can
trying
tell.
to process it because, like you said, where is he going to play? Is he going to be in center field until Dominguez comes back? Is this a reaction because you couldn't get the Juan Soto deal done, so you're pivoting to option B or option C? But Alex Verdugo was with the Yankees. He's going to have to shave his beard. He won't be able to curse on TV as much like he did with the Red Sox. I don't know, bro. It's just with the Red Sox that has me mind blown. Folks in the chat, let us know what's your thoughts on this move from the Red Sox. Retired War Vet said, I hope this is going to be a Damon to the Yankees and not a Ellsbury to the Yankees. I don't think anybody can play worse than Ellsbury when he was with the Yankees.
Nobody could top that.
Blue City Empire Sports, shout out to you. They said first the Red Sox gave us Babe Ruth, now they gave us Alex Verdugo.
All right, so let's take the last 3 years. I want to look at his stats real quick.
Go ahead,
right?
Go ahead, Ruben.
So
Numero Ruben, going for it. Go for it, Bob.
Numero uno, Ruben.
If you look at his last 3 years, he's averaging about 147 games played. So we know this guy stays on the field for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
The guy averages 36 doubles, 12 home runs, in a ballpark that's more for right-handed hitters. Not bad. If you put in his 162 game average, we're looking at 40 doubles, 14 home runs. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty decent. We can see that probably go down to like 35 doubles and like 20 home runs as a Yankee. Now, what really draws my attention is the strikeouts. He strikes out 92 times for on average per season the last 3 years. So he's one of those high contact bats. He's kind of like on like kind of how Glaber cut the case last year, where Glaber finished for like 98, 99, something like that strikeouts. Well, this guy averages 92 for the last 3 years. Hasn't struck out more than 100 times ever in his career. And overall, when you take the last 3 years, his batting average is 278. We don't have many guys on our team that's done that.
That's not bad.
And that's a 334 on base. Not great, right? But last year he slumped towards the end after coming off the IL. And I think that Boston team was just not motivated, to be honest, because they already knew they weren't going to make the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 2 years when they were kind of like on the edge with that stuff, he was hitting. Well, yeah, let's just take the first 3 years in Boston: 308, 289, 280. So I like it, but it's got to be for freaking center field, bro.
yeah. This can't be our left field situation because. Oh man, I'm still trying to process this, right? Alex Verdugo, who Yankee fans have been hating for the past several years.
Not I, sir. Not I.
Well, you're the only one because I oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know why. I like Ruben. I don't know why.
I like him too, bro. I don't know if it's just an asshole thing, that he's just. I don't know. You know what I mean? My bad. The language. Pardon my French.
Yeah.
Perdón.
I used to love how he used to come out in Boston to the mariachi music, and I'm sure the majority of the fans are like, "What? With that terrible accent. What the is that? Like I can't do the accent." But I don't know. I'm okay with it, and we didn't have to give up Glaber like how they said it would be. So I'm gonna call it right now. I think he's gonna have a great year with us. So y'all can book it. Y'all remember this by the end of the year. If it's bad, I'll own it. But I think he's gonna. I think Yankee fans are gonna like him by the end of the year.
He's a leadoff option.
A leadoff option,
Careful.
yeah, in center field. Because let's I know we're still trying to process this. We'll come right back to it, but let's talk about the Juan Soto conversation because. We got to talk about Juan Soto, right? I do not want to talk about Alex Verdugo. We're here to talk about the Yankees and Juan Soto. Shout out to the guys over at Fireside Yankees. They put out their official Juan Soto to the Yankees mock trade. The Yankees receive Juan Soto. San Diego gets Drew Thorpe, Clark Smith, Randy Vasquez, and Ian Hamilton. Brian Hoach also puts it out there as well. Aaron Boone on Juan Soto. He's a good offensive player as there is. He is a machine offensively, on base power. He has accomplished a ton already at a very young age. He is durable. He has been a central figure in world championship teams, back when he was with the Nationals. He has come with a lot of fanfare and been one of the rock solid performers in our sport on the offensive side of the ball. Year in and year out, he is a great player. So when it comes to Juan Soto, it seems like Aaron Boone as the manager is already sold on the idea of Juan Soto. The mock trade that Fireside Yankees put out, I think it's a solid return for San Diego. But if you're San Diego, you're going to try to ask for whatever you can. And I put out a video yesterday regarding Michael King. Listen, I know a lot of Yankee fans, they fell in love with Michael King, especially for what he did at the end of the season last year. Is like last 3 or 4 starts. 3 of them were phenomenal. 1 of them was poo-poo. But this is also a guy that I put in there. He's never pitched more than 150 innings, right? Also, he's coming off of an elbow injury from a couple of seasons ago when his elbow blew up, right? He was pitching out of the bullpen. I don't think he's going to be the next Roy Halladay. I don't think he's going to be the next Roger Clemens or one of the next great pitchers. You got a guy in Juan Soto who's a generational talent. You got to trade him for Juan Soto. What's your thoughts on Michael King? And if you guys have any trade proposals on your head, Ruben, go first, and then throw it over to Don Sicario.
All right. So now Don knows this. I'm a little bit on the other end of it with Michael King, only because I have been following him since we got him from the Marlins, and he's one of those guys that I knew that if he could just add a little extra velo, get a better off-speed pitch, that he was going to be really good. Only because he in the minor leagues in AAA, he had a season where he had 170 innings pitched, which you don't see that in the minor leagues. He had 170 innings pitched. He had ERA under 2 for the entire year. So that was the one thing that really drew me to him back in 2019. And then the whole COVID came in and all that stuff. So what's up, Damien? So when it comes to Michael King, like once he learned that Kluber ball and once he added that fastball, I thought he should have been starting a while back. The Yankees slowballed him a little bit. So I can see the skepticism, but I've always been a big Michael King guy. I think he's going to be huge as a starter. But that's just because of how I've been tracking his development. Now, when it comes to the asking price, right? Because this is something that I've been wanting to tackle on. Is like they're asking for pitching, right? They don't have the leverage. No one out there has nowhere
Tell that to
near.
Padres fans.
It makes me wonder, and that's what I think. Do Padres fans like watch their team? Do they know who's on the roster? Why do you want Volpe? Why do you want Dominguez? Why do you want like certain other guys when you know one, Soto is a rental, so that is still a thing, and two, you got shortstop, second base, third base, first base locked up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have no space there for Volpe. So why are you asking for Volpe?
They don't even
Like,
have the funds. The funniest part when they be like, we have leverage, like we can always just keep him and re-sign him. I'm like, bro, how?
And then the other part with the pitching side of it, of what they're asking for, they want legit pitchers. They want 7 players at first, like, which is, come on, dude. This is not 3 years of Soto, 4 years of Soto. Come on, bro. And then you got the 3 arms that has been offered by the Yankees are 3 legitimate MLB ready that can go slide into your pitching rotation and be your 3, 4, 5 starters this year, and you'll be competitive. Because you got either Hampton or Warren. Warren's the one that's already been in AAA. You got Vasquez, and then you got Schmidt, who's already been built up as well.
Hold on, because oh God, because everyone's losing their mind with the Alex Verdugo thing. I'm on Twitter right now. Now, this is something interesting. I'm gonna try to pull the tweet up so I can show it on screen so everybody could be involved in the conversation.
Son, I'm happy about that.
All right. So here
I'm copping that jersey,
Give
kid.
me 1 second. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Smack that like button. The strike zone is in the building. My guy NFE, what it do, brother?
What it do, NFE?
Window. Wait, where's the tabs at? Chrome tab.
Brother, like, this is wild, bro. This is wild.
Breaking news. This is why we do these shows at this time right now. Breaking news. So, do you guys see the Twitter on screen? Is it on screen right now?
No lo veo.
Just make sure. Hold on. Oh,
but
give me 1 second. Add to screen.
There we go. Let's see.
Hold on. I just got to remove this. It's just tiny. Okay.
There we go.
So, according to Jim Bowden, he says, don't be surprised if the Yankees now try to spin Verdugo in a package with King and Thorpe to the Padres to try to land Juan Soto. So,
brother.
No,
I didn't even get to that part, and that did cross my mind. And I'm like, are they gonna like spin him off? Like, because you don't see that often in MLB.
Bro, let me cop a jersey first at least so I can have it remember. Like, damn.
This is crazy right now.
Yo, this
shout
is
out to people
wild.
in the chat. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, Jim Bowden puts it out there. I'm gonna give it a heart and a retweet because I do like that idea.
On point.
Oh my God. Again, listen, if this is could be true. We don't know. We can't confirm anything. Jim Bowden, he is a respected source in the industry, but he says, don't be surprised the Yankees now try to spin Verdugo in a package with King and Thorpe to the Padres to try to land Juan Soto because the Padres, they still want to try to be competitive this year, right? Hold on, let me remove this for a second. They still want to try to be competitive. Hold on. Let me get this.
That's wild. Back. This is gonna be. I think this is the night where everything starts popping off. What you think?
Hey, listen. There's a reason why the Yankees got their hot stove coming on. Yes, at 10 o'clock tonight.
That's true.
There's a reason why. There is a reason why, and that's creative. Listen, if that's how Brian Cashman is able to pull off a Juan Soto to the Bronx, you gotta give Brian Cashman his flowers. If he's able to to trade with the Red Sox, which over the past 50 years, this has been the 7th trade between the Yankees and the Red Sox. If he's able to spin Verdugo with King and Thorpe for Juan Soto, and we still have Chase Hampton, Will Warren, Luis Hill, Randy Vasquez, all these other pitchers, I think that's a solid trade.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would be a completely solid trade. And who knows, maybe that also lessens the price on the pitching end too, because like I'm telling you, like Thorpe and King, like it's just, granted, I've been looking at the development side of it on the minor league side. So like to me, those guys are like legit like pieces for this year, right? But when I look at it though, like the Yankees are making the right moves to position themselves to say, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to give you 4 or 5 players, because they never trade 5 players. Bobby Malone on Twitter has been saying that too. Like, if we can all track every big move that Cashman has done where he's given significant amount of prospects, 4 has been the limit. So, and in this deal right here, which I love this trade because you got Weiser, Nicholas Judas. I don't even know who Nicholas is. Like he's way down in the prospect list, way down. And then you got Richard Fitz.
The name, it rings a bell. Wasn't he one of the players we got back from the Brewers and the Bowers trade?
Could be. Probably the most
last
recent,
name, the last name, it rings a bell. I may be wrong. Someone in the chat, if you want to confirm, just confirm for us. And now I got another thing here that I want to bring up because people are talking. They're talking now on Twitter, according to Talking Yankees over there.
He was drafted this year.
Okay, he was drafted this year. According to Andy Martino, the Yankees are still in on Juan Soto.
Puppy, he's gonna be a Yankee, and that's that.
Jack Perry puts it out there as well. The Yankees are continuing their efforts to acquire Juan Soto from the Padres.
Richard Fitz is the reason why the Red Sox did that, bro. Richard Fitz, he's a legit starter, but he's not. He's just a tier below Thorpe and a tier below Warren and Hampton. Like he's that next guy. Like he could be really good. Good get by Boston, honestly. But if he starts in the field, I'm happy.
Mr. Arson Wells himself says Juan Soto or Cody Bellinger is still in play for the Yankees after Verdugo deal. If it's Soto, Judge will play center field.
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa. Hold on. After Verdugo deal, if it's Soto, that actually makes sense though.
Yeah, it does.
Because you put Soto will be right field, Judge in center, and you got Verdugo in left since you got the wheels for left field.
Listen, since we're not doing the whole you can donate to put somebody in jail and mute, we're not doing that, right? I want to say something.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I want to say something.
Let me remove that real quick.
We're not doing that, right? I just want to make sure.
We're not doing that on today's episode.
Nah, I'm ready to listen.
Yankees better not trade Verdugo, son.
Oh God. Oh my God!
He's the next Babe Ruth.
Bro, just give us a chance. Like I want to see how Yankees Twitter react. I want to see how Yankees fans react to that kid.
If he is
I think they'll end up liking him. I think they'll end up liking him.
I don't know, bro.
If we got both, if we got Soto in him, bro, that's a nice top of the lineup.
It is.
Because if you think about it,
he's like, "Mom, man,
I don't know."
But I pienso you put Verdugo leading off, right? And then they keep Judges hitting second since they love hitting Judge second, and they always want to put a lefty hitting third. Then you put Soto hitting third, which actually Soto himself has also said he wants to hit third. Like he's done that for the Nationals.
I remember this. Do you guys
remember this? Ball in next to him.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Yo, bring that to the Bronx, kid. I want that.
Dale, tráelo.
That jersey, son.
Point out who threw it.
It's L.I. Yankee King. That's what they pointed at. L.I. Yankee King right now.
I'm all for it.
He has a sign with one of his trade packages. He's in the
Hey, that's Verdugo's reaction to Elias trade package.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I'm with it. Like if they keep Verdugo, and I don't know how the chat feels about it. Y'all can find me all you want, but I'm with it. I'm all for it. I hope they keep him if that's the case. Because you know what I'm saying? He has that fire and that energy.
You let him go after 1 year. It's not a bad deal.
Listen, I love the idea of flipping him for Juan Soto. Listen, Roberto, Don Sicario, I know you like Verdugo, right? I get it. I don't know if Yankee fans are sold or going to be responsive to
Bro, they're going to learn to like it, okay? They're going to learn to like it. That's that.
Listen, he is fiery. That's that one thing I'll give him. He is fiery.
Like
if there's benches are clearing, I'd rather him be on my side than the other side of the field charging at me.
Hey, think about it, bro. Hey, the guy leads off the game with a double since he's a doubles machine, right? Leads off with a double. Goes to the dugout.
Let him cook real quick. Let him cook.
Ike, and you got Judge coming up. Y clacata. Se la saca para afuera, and you got Soto coming up, bro. Come on, like that right there. Like I like it because you have the attitude up top, and he's a lefty bat. Like I don't know, like I'm digging it, but we'll see what happens. I'm not against trading him, but I'm not against keeping him.
He's gonna have his 99 chain tucked in. He's gonna have his 99 jersey under his regular jersey. You know what I'm saying? He seems like that type. He's gonna have his whole.
You know why he wears 99, right?
Because a Judge.
No, he wears 99 because he was a Manny Ramirez fan, and Manny wore 99.
With the Dodgers, with the Dodgers, because he did grow up on the West Coast.
We
got 40 people in the building. If you guys can, smack that like button, and if you can help us out with the share this out on your social media or whatever you can. But if you just want to hit that share button for the algorithm, hit the share button for the algorithm. Breaking news: the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox have made a trade for the 7th time over the past 50 years. And the Yankees got Verdugo, but they're still in play for Juan Soto, according to the reports. I didn't have Verdugo being the first move we made at the winter meetings, right? I was ready to talk about Luis Severino going to the Mets, but here we got to talk about Verdugo to the Bronx.
That's the first thing that pops off as soon as we get on.
You know what's
my Twitter?
You know what's hilarious? When the Verdugo rumors came out like a month ago, we all thought, that's cap, whatever. That's not really gonna.
Yeah.
Not me, son. I got an essay written down. I got everything set.
I remember there was a tweet from you. That you were like, I'm gonna say it. Tráeme Verdugo.
I gotta check my Twitter to see if I got anything.
Because you have one. I know you do.
Yeah. Again, Verdugo to the I'm going back to Twitter to bring this up on Twitter
having him
again.
Packaged to the Padres.
I need Soto to drop now. It needs to drop like now. Like
I'm
Cashman.
Refresh and look this up.
Bro, so 9:30 is 9:30. The show's at 10.
Like you gotta give the Yes Network some time to get their chyrons and their overlays ready for the show, bro.
Gotcha, bro. Damn,
what does the chat think right now about Verdugo?
Hey, by the way, shout out Anthony Garcia. Shout out, bro.
Yes, shout out to my guy Anthony Garcia in the chat. Shout out to everybody who just joined us. If you're joining late, the New York Yankees have acquired Alex Verdugo. Hold on, I'm just trying to pull up the chat right now.
King Dougie, son.
Bro, look, this is wild,
He got that
bro.
Cholo blood, son. He got that orale in him, you know?
Orale, way.
Garcia, what up?
Anthony Garcia, what it do? NFE, salute to you. This is a strange night, and then there was no whispers or rumblings about it, right? So there was nothing leading up to this. We've heard different names for Juan Soto. We heard nothing in regards to Verdugo, so that's why it's more surprising than anything else, because I didn't expect that we was gonna take the first 30 minutes of the show talking about Alex Verdugo, bros.
We just needed you to come from PR.
Bro, that's Cashman at his finest.
How many PR?
What
That's
was
Cash
that? What was
Fernandez.
that, Ruben?
That's Cash Fernandez' finest, bro. Like you guys know that like he loves doing those random freaking trades.
That was a ninja cash.
Like now the question is, what is he gonna really do? You know, like what's his ultimate move to get to? You know what I mean?
Well,
Man,
looking at the Verdugo trade, I just closed Twitter out real quick. I'm happy that we got Verdugo instead of Kiermaier.
facts.
I know a lot of people talk about Kiermaier and his defense,
I
but
don't want nothing to do with him.
let's be honest, he's a better offensive player. You know, the Yankees are in talks to bring back
Healthier.
IKF. We need to bring offense to this lineup and to the bench. So even if Jason Dominguez comes back in August, you can still have Verdugo as your fourth outfielder, and that's not a bad fourth outfielder to have. Shout out to Austin Cruz in the chat. But at the end of the day, I want to see Juan Soto as a Yankee.
Facts.
Absolutely, Austin, 100%. Hopefully we get some news. Folks in the chat, shout out to Jonathan for actually breaking the news in the chat. Appreciate you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan, for real.
Yeah, definitely. First one to break the chat. I know my guys Sandy and Julian, they interviewed Richard Fitz over the past season, so I know they may feel some type of way about him being traded. But hey, if it gets us closer to Juan Soto, it gets us closer to Juan Soto.
I mean,
look, if it means Verdugo over Kiermaier, that's a healthier guy, a younger guy, you know, more offensive.
Verdugo's a good defensive player too, no? Like,
yeah, like he's a good defender. He's not the best center fielder defensively like Kiermaier has been for the last decade, but like he's definitely an upgrade offensively. Which right now, honestly, you could be as good as you want defensively. If you can't hit with the stick, bro, forget that. Like we need some offense.
I want to shout out Mariella in the chat. Oh my God, everyone is losing their mind. Absolutely, Mariella. Shout out to you.
Salute.
Thank you for being in the chat. Salute, salute, salute. My guy CWE said it's a terrible trade. Terrible trade. Jacob Petruzzi. Listen, if we're getting Grissom, then Verdugo can go to San Diego. That could be a swap right there because Grissom has 2 years left on his contract. Verdugo will be a free agent after next season. So it could be just San Diego trying to, one, cut salary and make sure they don't have any more money going forward to 2025.
Grissom's no Verdugo, though. Let me tell you that. He's no Verdugo.
I have a scenario. What if this is Cashman putting pressure on the Padres and saying, I'm not taking Grisham. And guess what? I got Verdugo now.
Hey.
And he tells them, so give me Cronenworth.
Ooh. Ruben cooking. Let him cook, son. Let him cook.
Ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because that's contact right there. Because if you go with Cronenworth, we're looking at another guy that if he fixes his launch angle and gets back to what he was before, that's another guy that strikes out only like 190 times a year.
Where's he gonna play?
I got someone in the chat. Hold on. YANKED Yin. Shout out to YANKED Yin. As a Padre fan, these are not your Padres. I like that. Your father's Padres. They are not in a fire sale. They did not sign all those long-term contracts regarding Tatis, Machado, and Bogarts just to mail it in. And that's true. They did sign all those long-term contracts when it comes to their TV deal and their finances. You know, YANKED Yin, since they are a Padres fan, they would know more about it than I would, right? I'm looking at it as a Yankee fan, looking from the outside in, right? I'm not a part of the industry. I don't have any inside connects, but I'm just looking at it from the outside in. And with the names I just mentioned, Tatis, Machado, Bogarts, Yu Darvish as well. Another pitcher that I'm Musgrove, they all have no trade clauses in their contract. So if there is a piece for them to move, it is Juan Soto. He is the only piece. He is the youngest out of all of them. He doesn't have big money connected to him, so you can get something back in return. But if you're a Padre fan, you're going to want to keep Juan Soto.
Well, this is the thing for the Padres fans. And my question is, so what do you make of the $50 million loan when they were asking for $100 million? What do you make of the owners saying they're going to cut payroll and they're gonna get under the luxury tax, which is 237 this year. What do you make it of like them trying to get pitching for Soto because they're not mailing it in? They're clearly stating if we trade Soto is to continue contending this year, but we still got to cut payroll. So they're getting creative and they're trying to squeeze every bit they can from the Yankees because the Yankees right now is the only team that has enough major league ready cheap pitching that gives them 4 to 6 years of control. So that's the only thing that I don't understand from the Padres fans' perspective. Because you guys got your guys long term, but you guys ain't got no pitching right now, and you got a budget that you got to get back under the luxury tax because you're like you guys just took out a $50 million loan to make payments to the players.
We don't got to be Padre fans to know that these dudes are pop, and that's that. Like,
and plus, everyone's talking about Alek Manoah, right?
Yeah,
you got Alek Manoah. You got Tiedemann. Look, Tiedemann doesn't even have 150 innings in his career in the minor leagues. Hasn't been able to stay healthy this year. He's not built up at all. So the only pitcher they're gonna get from Toronto that's realistically that could slide into the rotation. There's no guarantee he's gonna be good after he became a bust last year, and his underlying metrics were going down each of the last 3 years in his swing and miss, which is Manoah.
Yeah. Now
we're offering them 3 legit starters.
If you're San Diego, who do you have, or who do you view as more of an upside, Clark Smith or Alex Manoah? If you're San Diego, folks in the chat, let us know as well. If you had to come down to either of those pitchers being the centerpiece or being one of the pieces in that package, who do you have, or who do you view more of an upside, Manoah or Clark Smith? I throw it over to you, Don Sicario.
Listen, of course. Let's not talk about Alec McMofongo, Manoah. Like this guy, like I love his energy. I love that I like players that talk that talk. You know,
same.
At the end of the day, you got to back it up. And one thing I used to like him a lot. I didn't like how he attacked Garrett Cole, but that's a whole nother segment, right? That's a whole nother rant because let's be honest, Garrett Cole won that. Like he won that. Like not only he won that, but he buried him. He buried Alek Manoah with that. But that whole, in my opinion, the whole Blue Jays is in on Juan Soto. I think it's nonsense. There's no team right now that has enough to give up that to compete with what the Yankees are prepared to give up. You know what I'm saying? The Mariners, I think, are the closest ones, and they're not going to do that. They're not ready to do that. I think they have their eyes set on different things. So that whole Blue Jays, to me, I believe they truly are in on Shohei Ohtani. But that whole Soto debacle, I don't think that's real. Maybe a little bit, maybe, but it's not like how everybody's making it out to how it looks. The Yankees are right now the top fit, and they all know it. The Padres are desperate. They're trying to get other teams involved. Like, we know how this rolls. Yankee fans have been doing it for a minute. They can't sit here and tell us otherwise. Like, we know how this works. So we're all going to just sit back and watch how everything rolls out. The only thing us Yankee fans are not sure of is if Brian Cashman this year is actually going to really be like, all right, let's do this. So I don't think no other team is going to be, especially the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I want to shout out a few people that's in the chat. Edgar Perez is in the building. Shout out to Edgar Perez. He said Verdugo is trade for Soto. I definitely agree on that.
Edgar, don't say
Yankee
that,
King, the only troll in the Yankee universe I acknowledge and I love with all my heart is my guy Eli from Ohio. Shout out to you, Eli Yankee King. Damian Serrano says Schmidt by far. Manoah gave up on his team. He showed his true colors. 100%. I can't disagree with that. And I see we got some new people that are in the chat. If you're new, just let us know.
What's up?
Welcome you to the Morning Brew Familiar. And from the last time I was on, we're over 1,800 subscribers. We appreciate all of the love and support we have been getting. We are on our way to 2K subs. Let's try to get there before the end of the month. So if you're watching this for the first time, hit that sub button, hit the like button. We are sitting at 31 likes. Let's try to get the stream up to 50 likes at the moment. Smack that like button. But Ruben, I'll ask you, who's more of an upside, Manoah or Schmidt?
If you want to take the proven side, Manoah. But if you're trying to not only go with potential, but also go with with an actual rotation, you're gonna go with the Schmidt deal because Schmidt's already built up for this past year, and it's not even Schmidt really that's the goal there. Like Schmidt is just a major league ready number 3, number 4 starter starting next year for them. But it's who you're gonna get after with Schmidt. Is it Warren? Is it Thorpe? Because if it's one of those two have already pitched 130 to
Hold
140 innings.
Ooh,
Jacob
hold up.
Petruzzi said there's a Jack Curry tweet.
Oh,
Hold on. I'm looking it up on my phone.
Espérate.
Curry, espérate.
Muchacho.
All right, so this is from 2 minutes ago. Even after acquiring Verdugo, the Yankees continue to push to add Soto. I do wonder if they're going to end up having to include King and Thorpe in the deal. Tune in to Yes at 10 p.m. We will discuss all the latest news. So I think the Yes Network, they knew something was going to happen.
I think, you know what? I think the
L.I. Yankee King said, I'm blocked from Jack Curry. That is hilarious. Yeah, Jacob, thank you for posting it in the chat. Appreciate you.
Salute.
We got a Michael Caputo signing. My guy Caputo. Very happy. Let's go. I hope this means we get Soto too. Michael Caputis, how are you doing, brother? I hope all is well. I haven't seen you in the chat in a minute. My guy Caputo is in the building. Mariella says, I can't go to sleep yet. Don't worry,
Don't
Mariella.
go to sleep.
We'll be rocking out to about 11 o'clock. Hopefully, there's more breaking news that comes through. Folks in the chat, let us know if there's anything on the Twitter wire we should look out for right now. The Yankees put a tweet out there confirming that they got Verdugo. Let's see. The Yankees official. PR department as well said it's official.
We got the GOAT, King Dougie, son.
Hey,
listen,
bro.
The Yankees social media team, they're putting out graphics of Alex Verdugo. That may be a sign that he's staying and not going to be flipped in a trade for Juan Soto. I'm not sure if you just make that graphic just to make it. My fault, Ruben. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just here clicking away with the 100s right now. I'm just like click. I'm just like, But anyways, guys, if you see right there, make sure you click a little heart and just go nuts.
Smack that heart. Just keep going. It helps me out with my ADHD when I'm watching other people. But my guy Yingit, my person Yingit Yang, Padres GM AJ Preller has always chosen value over need. So I would not be surprised if any of the key players included are not pitchers. He has a history of making three-way trades. That's a good one as well. Yeah, thank you, Yin Yang.
I mean, I
agree with that. I agree with that, but he's gonna want pitchers, but they don't have pitchers. And they are cutting payroll. This is the difference. This year they said they are cutting back. All the other years they said we're full blown, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But this is the 1 year they clearly said that they're going to cut payroll. The only way they're going to get pitching is that they make a trade.
Yeah.
And there's no starter available right now that's going to cover 3 slots. 3. They need 3 starters because they literally, their entire rotation after Snell, after Seth Lugo, and Martinez, they're all free agents, and some of them have already signed or it's out of their price tag. So I just don't see it. My thing is the Yankees have the most starters available. They can plop him into the rotation. Vasquez has pitched 120 plus innings for multiple years in a row. You got 140 innings from Thorpe, 130 innings from Warren. You got Schmidt with 160 innings this past year. So we got the pitchers. I mean, shoot, if we wanted to, we could throw Cortez in there, and he's pitched 160 innings just a couple years ago. So we got multiple pitchers. I mean, if it came worse to worse, the Yankees could say, hey, all right, well, if you don't want this prospect, you want another major league starter, they got control. You know, because we just got too many pitchers. A lot of Yankee fans says we have no pitching. Guys, we're 10 deep. We're 10 deep. That's how strong our pitching system is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the Blue Jays don't even get to our ankles when it comes to how much pitching we got.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't add up. And for the record, Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman were too calm today in them interviews. Like
I
they
mean,
did like this.
Yeah, they had some type of swagger to them, like
this is
walking
both.
around.
And they talked about Soto like crazy. They were super.
They talked about Soto. They talked about Yamamoto, which is a good segue. Michael Caputo says Yankees getting Soto, Verdugo, Yamamoto is the best offseason we had since 2009. I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. And actually, I saw someone put it on Twitter. Hold on, I think I saved it to my phone. Give me a second to pull it up. I remember this. You guys remember this? This back page of the Daily News?
Hey,
Nice. Yankees
Let's go.
gone wild. Mark Teixeira, CC Sabathia, and AJ Burnett. And that's the type of offseason this front office needs to have if they want to win back the fan base after going 82-80. Let's be real. It was a horrible season for the Yankees. The fan base, we are angry, or a little bit impatient, frustrated. And if they want to win us back, these are the moves that Brian Cashman has to make. It's a good first move with Verdugo. I don't think this is the end all be all. I'm waiting to see what else comes out over the night. What's your predictions before we go into Yamamoto? Do you think we'll hear anything else when it comes to Soto tonight, or this is just the little appetizer before we get the main course? Go ahead, Rubes, and then throw it over to Dawn.
I think we might hear him tonight. I'm just saying, I really do, bro. I'm here looking at the chat. Like, if you see me going looking at the other side, I'm looking at the chat. Like, but honestly, I think we might hear something tonight, guys. Like, I really do. Like, I haven't felt this confident about the Yankees actually pulling off a move. I mean, even with Judge, I didn't feel confident. You know what I mean? Like, that was like last minute House saying, "Yo, I'll give you the extra year." You know what I mean? But this right here, like, we're in the driver's seat now. Cashman, like, don't fall asleep now.
Yeah, wake
Like,
your ass
don't
up,
mess it up.
Cashman. Wake your ass up, Cashman. That's what you got to do right now. Dawn, what's your thoughts?
I tweeted this morning that Soto's getting traded today, so I'm gonna run with that. So I ain't like, but you know how this works. You know, we know how this is. We know, this could be the calm before the storm. This could be the little appetizer. But I'm hoping something gets done. I hope Verdugo stays. Go ahead, fry me. I don't care that y'all can't put me in jail. We're not running that no more. I can say whatever I want. I hope they keep King Dougie. So, but I think something pops off tonight. I don't know if it'll be Soto or not, but we're gonna see how things. And it might not. I think something big is gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be with our team though.
Okay. All right. Well, let's segue into the Yamamoto talk because he's been a big fixture as well. When it comes to Yamamoto, the Yankees have been walking around. According to Bob Klappich, he heard this from an AL executive today. The Yankees are telling people that they are ahead of the pack on the Yamamoto situation, like way ahead. Where the Yankees land the Japanese ace. That's from Fireside Yankees. And I want to give them a shout out because I was listening to Evan Rob. I mean, not to Evan Roberts. I was listening to Brandon Tini show today, and he actually gave him a shout out talking about the work that they do on Twitter. So shout out to Fireside Yankees and the content they put out. But also Brian Hoach puts it out there. Aaron Boone said that he has met with Yoshinobu Yamamoto once already, and he plans to meet with him again soon. Said that Yamamoto would look great in the pinstripes. Ruben, I'll throw it over to you. What's your take on the situation and how cocky the Yankees have been today?
KCK, bro. They're so. I mean, like Boone, bro. If anyone wants to play poker against anybody, go play against Boone, okay? Because the guy has been teasing it all freaking day, man. Like, and the way they're talking about him, like instantly saying, "Oh, he's a legit frontline starter," this and that, like going into details of describing these players. Which to me, and plus, wasn't he the one Yamamoto? Isn't he like a big fan of Tanaka, and
Yes.
or close to Tanaka as well? So you got the Yankee connection there. Who knows? They might plop him into the Yankee meeting saying, "Yo, hey Tanaka, help us out, bro." You know,
They're
and
gonna
you
have
got
his wife do the pop star do a quick set.
you got Matsui too. You know, Matsui coming into the meeting.
Yep.
And I mean, Masui's a legend over there. Like people a lot of people don't like. They forget how big of a rock star Masui was over there.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
to the
Jordan
point that
level.
Otani. Don't forget Otani. Otani went and he got they posted the video of him getting an autograph from Matsui, like just recently. So like this guy is a legit like Matsui fan. Where same thing with Yamamoto, like these guys are gonna be gravitating, and he wants the big stage. They said that he wants either New York or the Dodgers. So, and when I say New York, Mets fans, I'm sorry, the Yankees, because he said because apparently he's down on the Mets that he wants the big franchises. So, and the three franchises that was posted on the tweet was Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox. Those are the three teams.
And
so
there was reports that came out that the Red Sox, they met with Yamamoto's people today. And that's a franchise we can't sleep on either. I know we just traded they just traded Alex Verdugo, but we can't sleep on the Red Sox either, being a silent assassin when it comes to Yamamoto. Don Sicario, what's your take on the situation with Yoshinobu Yamamoto? And if you have a dollar figure, throw it out there. What's your thoughts?
Yo, I heard Yamamoto's agent said that they said that Boston stinks. The streets smell. It smells nasty over there. That's what he said. Don't get offended. Anybody from allegedly. But
allegedly.
I mean, for the Yankees comments saying that they're ahead of the pack or something like that with Yamamoto and talks, I guess. I think I truly believe like if they really want him, they're gonna get Brian Cashman and his peoples. They didn't travel all the way over there to Japan to come in second. They're gonna go for him. They're gonna go for him, and I'm all for it. The Yamamoto Soto movement is real. I don't know how much they're gonna throw at him. I'm not good at making these predictions, but he's the 220 mark maybe. I don't. To be honest, I don't know. But whatever they got to do it. You know what I'm saying? They got money. The Yankees organization, I get they got people to pay. They have a budget. This year, there should be no budget. There shouldn't be any budget, especially with the way that things ended up last year. So they got to do whatever it takes to grab all the top dogs. So, and he's young. He's super young. They want the young wave of players, right? These are all-stars. These are superstars that are young.
They open the window. They open the window.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the Yankees being a little bit cocky and strutting their stuff today, they better make these moves. They better make Soto and Yamamoto happen, because if you're this cocky and you fall flat on your face to both of them,
it's gonna be a riot.
You lose Soto to the Blue Jays, you lose Yamamoto to the Dodgers,
to the Red Sox,
the Red Sox. Someone needs to get fired.
Bro, don't even say that, man. I light some candles. Don't even say that.
Listen,
yo,
I got my agua de Florida over here, all right? I got, you feel me?
Papito, por favor. Por favor.
Papito Dios, please. Yo, that's the definition of a nightmare right there.
I'm just saying, us Yankee fans, and there's been a lot of Yankee fans on Twitter. I'm not sure if you guys have encountered them. You may have, that are mentally compartmentalizing us not getting Juan Soto, right? And they're like trying to justify why we shouldn't go after Juan Soto. I've seen a lot of people say that he's not clutch, he's not a team player. His defense. I don't remember any of this stuff being out there. When it comes to him being clutch with runners in scoring position, he has a career OPS over 1,000. It's actually close to 1,100 with runners in scoring position. So what are these conversations that he's not clutch? If you want to talk about his defense, copy. He's not going to win you any gold gloves out there, but you're not getting him for your defense. You're getting him for your offense. So I'm going to throw it over to you guys when it comes to Juan Soto and the Yankee fans out there that don't want to trade for Juan Soto because they don't want to give up Michael King or give up too many prospects. What's your thoughts? And shout out to Ron in the chat. If this is your first time in the building, salute to you. Salute. Go ahead, Don Sicario.
Bro, I don't care what this organization in the past few years, with the way that Brian Cashman has been dealing in trades, with the letdowns that Yankee fans have been experiencing every deadline, every offseason, we have no room to be. We should hold on to this prospect. We need to.
Oh,
Ay, lo perdimos.
yeah, he was talking. He was. Oh, there we go.
Ahí estamos.
My fault. You broke out. Whoop. You see, Brian Cashman, my man got powers. You talk that shit, he gonna let you know, Roberto. So I throw it over to you, Ruben, until Don Sicario comes back. Go ahead, bro. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. All right. Hey, who the heck said the Soto ain't clutch? Where were they in 2019? That's my question there. But, bro, clutch? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you some stats, right? Numero Ruben, right? So, 2019 World Series against the Astros. You know, we need to get through the Astros, right? You got 2019 World Series. He had 333 versus the Astros with 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 438 on base, a 1,178 OPS. How can you tell me as a Yankees fan that Soto is not clutch with a 333 average in the World Series at the age of 20? Like, come on. That to me is just ridiculous about Soto. To me, they are coping in the sense of like they're expecting us to fail to get Soto. That's the only explanation of them trying to down talk Soto, because they literally just cannot believe the Yankees will actually pull the trigger. That's got to be it.
Yeah. If you want to go attack that person personally, Ruben, it's a guy on Twitter by the name of Ron Hannigan who literally wrote to me. He said he isn't clutch and would rather walk with a guy on second than get that guy in, or the next guy gets a double play because he wants to pat his stacks on walks. He's not a leader. He is the worst case scenario for the Yankees. So this is Ron Hannigan on Instagram. If you want to go have a conversation,
we don't encourage violence, but I will back Hector on this. Go roast that fool! Roast the shit out of that motherfucker!
Roast him. That's what you heard it from Soto, bro. That's
my guy. I had to mark that real quick because I definitely will be cutting it out, and I definitely will be tagging Ron on Instagram. 19 comments said the Blair Rubin Project. Yes, because Ruben got cut off because Brian Cashman told him to shut up. But go ahead, Ruben. The floor is yours. Don Sicario, the floor is yours. Go ahead, brother.
Listen, I was gone for a bit. Are we still talking about Juan Soto?
Yeah. Talking about Yankee fans that are trying to
listen, Yankee
justify
fans
not getting him.
That's corny. Like, I think maybe again, it probably is they're coping with it. But how can you have been watching this team for all of these years and not want to just go all out right now this year and go for a Juan Soto, regardless of what it's gonna take? Like, Yankee fans are always complaining, oh, Brian Cashman always wants to win a trade. He never does anything where it's going to hurt somewhat. Like, he always wants to win. This is a year where he's going to have to make a trade where Yankee fans are going to be like, I get it. It does hurt a little bit, but that's Juan Soto. No, there's no other fit right now. After this season, after a few, there's no other better fit. There's no other. I feel like Yankee fans needs to stop. Like, there's no worse enemy for Yankee fans than Yankee fans.
It feels like them saying the Soto isn't clutch is like saying Barry Bonds wouldn't have been a good
That's
Yankee.
Dumb. Like, did you? And one thing, remember what he did to Verlander? When he started doing the shuffle on Verlander? We don't do that here. He said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to do this. Whack out that. Home run. That's exactly
in
what
the
we
World
need
Series right at 20 years old, guys. At 20
Bro.
years old, hitting third in the lineup. It takes a special kind of clutch there to do that at 20.
Now, we got one more topic to go to, but we're going to be switching up topics. We're going to talk more Yamamoto in a minute, but I also wanted to bring up Cody Bellinger, right? With the Yankees trading for Alex Verdugo, we don't know what this means for Cody Bellinger because the Yankees are still in conversations for Juan Soto, but Bob Nightingale, he puts it out there. The Chicago Cubs' optimism of landing Shohei Ohtani has now significantly waned. One high-ranking executive said, leaving the LA Dodgers, Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Angels, and the San Francisco Giants as the likely finalists. When it comes to Shohei, I'm surprised that the Angels are even in the conversation to keep Shohei Ohtani.
That's wild.
My friend Sarah on Twitter, shout out to Sarah. She does amazing work over there on her podcast.
Salute.
She says, Cody Bellinger, please. You want Soto? Fine, go get him. But get me Cody Bellinger. And if I have to parade around in my booty shorts and Dodgers jersey to get him here for the fools in the front office to open their stunted eyes, so be it. Shout out to Sarah, and I 100% believe that she would do that in order to get Cody Bellinger and the Bronx. But when it comes to Cody Bellinger, apparently he wants a contract that's valued at $250 million. Right? Those are the reports that are out there. Ruben, is there a team that's going to give Bellinger that money?
I think so. Because I think a lot of people are forgetting he's 28 years old. He's not that much older than people kind of make him out to be. And I think the injury bug is not really as big of a prevalent issue with him. Because he only had one real injured year. Everything else was more just like him fixing his swing after getting that shoulder surgery and everything. And that 2020 season was a weird season overall. And that 2020 season he hit in the postseason. So, and he's hit postseason pitching in other seasons too. So I think he's a proven playoff performer. That's going to automatically net him $450 million. The question is how many years, how much do you want it to be per year? Because if you give him 250 over 7 years, 8 years, or do you go past that and do 10 years to lower the AAV? We've seen other teams do them more years just to give them more wiggle room on a year-to-year basis. So I think 250 is possible for him. I have no issues with him getting 250 because, I posted this the other day. On his healthy seasons, right? This guy is a 285 average on his healthy seasons. When he doesn't have the launch angle all whacked out and he's not dealing with the shoulder stuff before the surgery, after the surgery. When he's fully healthy, he's 285 average, 385 on base with a 551 slug, averaging about 38 home runs per 162. And he averages 33 doubles. So those are the things right there that, to me, he's a legitimate bat. And people need to take Cody Bellinger a little bit more seriously because he's made of the same mold in terms of the postseason, like a Seager, like a Soto, where he's going to hit. And any lineup that puts him is actually going to put in contention. And actually, I think there's also another team that could pop up for him now that's actually available now that I don't think people are talking about. And if you look at it, the Dodgers.
You can tell that's Ruben's guy. He got mad serious. He said, hold up.
No. But I'm telling you.
Guy right there, boy.
Because if you look at the Dodgers move, they just announced that they moved Mookie Betts to second base full time for next year.
That's true.
That leaves right field open for them, center field possibly.
Damn, it's going to go from what they DFA'd him or released him to signing him to a big contract like that? That's going to be wild.
But they have that relationship. And then on top of that, they just look. I don't know if Roberts is butchered that Ohtani stuff because he's all here going, oh yeah, we met with him and blah blah blah, and then he goes, oh wait, hold on, I can't say no more.
My guy Jacob Petruzzi in the chat. Hold on 1 second. Per Glover, the talks between the Yankees and Padres have intensified per Jack Curry. Shout out to my guy Jacob Petruzzi in the chat. Also, Fireside Yankees just put it out there. The Yankees are not out on Juan Soto. They wanted to add 2 left-handed hitters this offseason. Verdugo is the first, and they said Judge can fill in and center until Dominguez returns, having Verdugo in left field and Soto in right field.
Yep. And Soto's a good right fielder.
Yeah.
He's a good right fielder. Go ahead, Papa. My bad.
No. I was gonna say in right field in Yankee Stadium, he definitely will be solid. His defense won't be out there like that crazy. I mean that bad in Yankee Stadium. So we just gotta see.
Yeah, that's a deal, bro. That's a deal.
Yo, you know what's a low key team I think Bellinger could go to?
What?
if the Blue Jays miss out on all of these dudes, what about Bellinger to the Blue Jays? They could probably use his. The Blue Jays are corny like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one also. That's a good one also. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Well, when it comes to Yamamoto, right? Because again, the Yankees talking about Yamamoto, Juan Soto, Verdugo. Is there another move out there? I saw someone in the chat bring up Emmanuel Clase. Who's a good option? That's someone that I've been wanting the Yankees to try to go after for a while, you know, from Cleveland. But when it comes to Clase, he could be our closer. Do you think the Yankees stop with just those three players, Verdugo, Soto, Yamamoto, if they don't flip Verdugo for someone else? Ruben, I'll throw it over to you. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about the bullpen. And I said, like, the only way they make a real move this offseason in the bullpen is for an elite closer. Like, that's just the only way they would make a move for the bullpen. And I'm here thinking, if it's Emmanuel Clase, I can see that. Matt Blake is, you know, familiar with him. Matt Blake could probably fix his whatever whiff rate that went down this past year, and why that's why he kind of became a little iffy this year with a 3.47 ERA versus the low 2s and 1s that he was at. So I think with Clase, that would be a great get. And you know, Cleveland, they throw out pitchers left and right, so they probably might got a closer in the waiting. So I can see a move like that. I can see a move like that's been thrown out there by I think it was Pete that threw it out there too with Devin Williams.
Yeah,
you know, they got Corbin Burns coming up for trade. They might most likely trade Corbin Burns. Who knows? Like, what if we traded Peraza with like those with another pitcher? Now Fitz was traded to Boston. That was the example that was thrown out. We could do Fitz with Peraza and get Devin Williams back. So, but I think a closer, like a legitimate elite closer, I don't see that as out the window. But at the same time, I think that's more like a cherry on top type of movement. But I can definitely see it.
Yeah. Listen, Devin Williams is a very interesting reliever as well to me. I'll throw it over to you, Don Sicario. What's your take on that?
Ooh, that's tough. I can roll with that. Somebody that everybody's kind of sleeping on, and y'all can laugh all y'all want. They still interested in IKF, and IKF still has one of the lowest DRAs in the game. So say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. You know, IKF can roll in there and be the damn closer for us. But now, to be honest, I don't know. I haven't been paying too much. I've been so stuck on the Soto and the other players. Like I said before, I would have been interested in somebody from the Mariners, the Munoz. But I agree with Ruben. That I think that could be something good that they could go after.
Yeah, and again, this is all speculations. You know, we really don't have a lot of information when it comes to that. If I'm the Yankees, you know, and like I said, this is when Brian Cashman has to get creative. He has to get creative right now. Whether you flip Verdugo and a Juan Soto deal, you got to get creative.
Yep, and like Damien said about Bellinger, by the way, Giants is definitely one for sure too. The Giants are dying for somebody to take their money. The Giants say, "I can pay my somebody sign here."
Yeah, someone help me out. Someone take my money. Somebody give me a bad signing. And Cody Bellinger, he actually has good numbers in that ballpark in San Francisco. But again, you just have to be worried when it comes to Cody Bellinger. Is he going to stay healthy? That's the only thing you got to worry about when it comes to Cody Bellinger.
Matt Chapman will be a great Giant.
They said they were interested in him.
Listen, that's the one bat that I would stay away from right now. I'm literally like making a new thumbnail with Alex Verdugo on it as we speak, so I could change it on YouTube. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just ignoring you guys over here.
You're good.
No, you're good. But hey, Matt Chapman, and like the moment I see Matt Chapman, a Giant, I'm gonna be so happy because I'm like, we beat the allegations, guys. We beat the Yankee allegations for Matt Chapman. Remember when they wanted it to be a shortstop for us?
Yeah,
bro.
Oh my God. See, that's the perfect example of the stuff that us Yankee fans had to go through. And some of them got the nerves to be sitting here prospect hugging over a potential superstar like Juan Soto. Are y'all forgetting all the stuff us Yankee fans had to go through in the past few years? Like all the nonsense we had to endure with Cashman quotes and all of this. You feel me? Like
Don't
how
even
are we
get me
still
started.
how are we still trying to like not want this to happen? Like I figured some of these folks, they don't want it to happen just so they could be like, I told you they weren't gonna do anything, just so they could be right. Like, come on,
Bro. As much as I don't want to give up King and Thorpe, like both at the same time, if that's what's gonna finally get this thing done, just do it.
They
I
lucky
just
I'm
want
not
the
GM. I would have gave all 7.
I
Like
just
if
want
you
the
can,
saga to be over with when it comes to the whole Juan Soto thing. Just get it
Soto
done.
does
Like,
too.
stop teasing us, right? And
like my
Soto
thing,
wants to too. That's a perfect
Yeah.
one. Yeah, exactly.
but the Yankees are doing it smart though. They're saying, okay, look, find someone that has a comparable deal that's gonna match what we got, and then we'll go ahead and include Thorpe or something.
Mhm.
That to me makes sense. It's like because the Yankees right now they're not gonna argue against themselves,
True.
because like there's no one out there that has the pitching except Seattle. But Seattle it wants more than one bat. They lost Teoscar Hernandez, they lost Eugenio Suarez in that trade. So
Mhm.
they lost 2 power bats there. They're already being rumored about potentially going for more contact power oriented guys. They're not as high on strikeouts with Rosarena
I was
and
about to say, I think they'll
Isaac
go after him.
Paredes. And Isaac Paredes, the third baseman who struck out under 100 times this year.
Mm.
So I think those 2 guys might be guys, which is to me like it's mind boggling that the Rays would even consider Paredes because he's not even arbitration eligible yet. Or I think he's about to hit his first year, so he's not going to even be all that expensive. So that's the part
Mhm.
that kind of finds it weird with Paredes because like this guy is so-called a quadruple A player, went to the Rays and became a legitimate starting third baseman, potential All-Star. But I can see why they're going to also trade him because their top prospect is actually a third baseman. So they might be opening up the third base a spot for the top prospect for the Rays. Trey Paredes, get some pitching or something, which the Rays do need some starters because their starters all got injured last year. So
They're trying to get rid of Glass now, no? So
yeah, they're going to
what they
trade
do?
Glass now because that's $25 million that they're going to be paying him this year.
Mm-hmm. So, Sean Browning's in the building. Shout out to you, Sean Browning. I appreciate you. Just wanted to add something right here because the Yankees did trade for Alex Verdugo. So I just want to put this up real quick. Give me 1 second because I had to go back and change the thumbnail of the video. So with the Yankees,
they took the 99 out.
Verdugo, they took the 99 off. Shout out to the Yankees, Brian Cashman. Being, first move that they make is getting Alex Verdugo.
I'm stoked, son. I'm stoked.
Like I said, I did not have Alex Verdugo on my bingo card when it comes to the New York Yankees, especially today. Especially today, right? But I want to ask you guys before, as we continue on with the conversation and before we get out of here, like Sean Browning said in the chat, Soto will be a Yankee by tomorrow. Just wait and see. Folks in the chat, let me know. When it comes down to it, I think we are in the last hours, right? I think this is the 24-hour window that the Yankees will get Juan Soto. Maybe it's tonight. Maybe the Yankees pull off a deal like 3:00 in the morning, like we traded for Josh Donaldson.
Yo, don't even talk about that, please. don't mention that, dude.
I actually was up playing NBA 2K when that news broke and hit my phone. I was up all night playing with my cousins in the rec, and I got the news that Josh Donaldson became a Yankee, and I was scratching my head, just like the Yankees trade for Alex Verdugo, and I'm scratching my head. I really don't know what to make of it, honestly. I'm trying to find any silver lining that's on Twitter. I know, Roberto, you want to keep him, Don Sicario, but for me, listen, get creative, put him in a trade, flip him for Mr. Juan Soto.
Hey, what is it called? When it comes to Donaldson, when I saw that notification, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed out loud. I laughed because I was like, I knew it. The moment I saw Donaldson and IKF, I was like,
yo,
I just laughed.
Such a terrible day, son. And what made it worse was a lot of Yankee fans were like, "Oh, well, his numbers in the metro," and they started like simping out for it, and it was just like, what are you guys talking? Are we watching the same games? Like
when I saw that trade, I thought it's either gonna be a really good trade, like we're like, wow, this actually worked out, or this is gonna be totally bad. Like there was no in
yeah,
between. There was no in between with that trade.
I thought the move was bad from the beginning. Shout out to JP Yankee Girl on Twitter. She puts it out there. Since 2001, do you know where Alex Verdugo ranks when it comes to doubles by left-handed hitters? I have a list here. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 6 left-handed hitters. What do you think Mr. Alex Verdugo ranks out of the 6 top left-handed hitters since 2001 when it comes to doubles? I'll start with you, Don Sicario. What do you think?
I'll take
1,
3
2,
for 300.
3 for 300. Ruben, what about you?
Ninguno. He's outside of the. That's gonna be a trick question.
No, Mr. Alex Verdugo is third. So Don Sicario, you got it right. Freddie Freeman has 131 doubles since 2021. Rafael Devers has
wait. You said
113.
2021. I thought I heard 2001, bro.
You know you heard 21.
You know you heard 2021.
No, legit. Yo escuché 2001. I was like, yeah, that's a long time.
It did sound, at first, it did sound like he said 2001. I was like, hold up. But then he said 21. So I'm like, okay.
So,
yeah, I was like thinking, I was like, 2001.
You got
Bobby, you still answered though. You
got Freddie Freeman leading the pack. Hold on 1 second because it just closed on me. You got Freddie Freeman leading the pack with 131 doubles. Rafael Devers with 113 doubles. Alex Verdugo with 108 doubles. Matt Olson with 106. Kyle Tucker with 102, and Bryce Harper with 99 doubles since 2001. And Mr. Verdugo's in third place.
Hey, that makes me feel even better. That makes me feel even better about it because, like, I've been clamoring for doubles, bro. I've been clamoring for doubles. Like, I like to me, it's like this line, like, they don't value doubles enough because the more you have of those, less double plays. The more you keep the line moving, put pressure on the pitcher, you're in scoring position constantly. Like this is a good move. This is like to me. And Judge playing center field for 1 year, guys. 1 year. That's just 1 year. You got Florial as your backup center fielder, left fielder, right fielder. Have him be that.
Worried about that? Y'all not worried about Judge playing center all year?
I was just about to say I'm worried about Judge, especially coming off of that toe injury, being our center fielder. If you want to spot him in center field, maybe 3 days out the week, the most 4 days out the week, and have Florial fill in if you sit Verdugo or sit Juan Soto. I don't know.
Center field's tough, on the body is tough.
We also got to look at I think Verdugo can play some center, so they might like rotate him when he's DHing and stuff. And they asked Boone about this, about Stan, and they told him like you need to come ready to be a legitimate outfielder. Like you need to be able to play a decent right field.
You talking about Stan?
Yeah, like they told him like you need. But I'm saying so this is what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Ruben.
No, Papa. Hey, I completely see it because there's only two things that are gonna happen, right? Either he comes in ready and can spell the outfield a little bit more, give Justin DH day so to rest him legs from center field, or he's just gonna pull the hammy and let just have DH anyways. So
yeah. That's funny, but at the same time, it's not funny,
Hey, one way or the other. We know that Stan's usually good for a good 40, 50 games missed. Those are all the games that we can DH Judge and get those rest days in. I'm not booking Stan for 150 games. So I think with Judge playing 100 games at center field, 90 games, with a lot of DHing in between or moving him to right field when they decide to DH Soto or something, I can see it. Because we don't need a full-time center fielder until Dominguez comes back.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you there, Ruben. But I just want to bring this up real quick. Fireside Yankees reported this was 16 minutes ago. The Yankees have reinitiated or re-engaged or whatever the fuck that is
Reignited?
have reignited on trade talks for Juan Soto, according to Jack Curry and the New York Yankees. The Yankees are still in on Juan Soto.
You saw Petrucci put in the chat that per Heyman, Higgy, or Voracek could be involved in the deal as well.
Yeah, let me bring that up real quick. Thank you, Jacob Petruzzi, per John Heyman, Kyle Higashioka, or Ben Vorback. Listen, that Minnesota trade, I hope it's Ben Vorback, so we can actually get some value back in return for trading for Josh Donaldson, Vorback, and IKF. Because we can say that.
I say Higgy could get a starting, the starting catching job, like, or something like that. I just want him. I feel like he's gonna shine somewhere else. Like over here, Wells, Trevino. Like I don't think he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it might be Higgy, or it might be both. Who knows?
Okay, I think they're just both career backups.
I got some audio from SNY that I could play a little bit of
the Padres, but with the fact that it got reported, muddying the waters between the two teams a little bit. And I can't definitively say that it's picked up again yet, but I can definitively say, Brian, that it's supposed to pick up again yet. And look, I'm getting a lot of, I wouldn't comment on that. When I ask Yankee people, have these talks resumed? We were able to find out so much a few days ago that I think this time they're going to try to keep it a little bit more under the lid, Brian. But I have a feeling that if this hasn't picked up yet, it will again soon. What is your read on this situation?
It definitely feels like the wind is blowing that way. Yep. And yes, you're right. There is kind of hints in the air here that Soto to the Yankees is picking up steam again. And what has struck me about it is how openly people with the Yankees, whether it's Brian Cashman, whether it's Aaron Boone, they're basically sending love letters to this guy. Cashman called him a transformational bat. Boone spoke very openly about how much Soto would help their lineup. I feel like this is a situation where in years past, you don't talk that openly about a guy who's in a different uniform unless you're thinking that pretty soon by the end of the week, maybe he'll be in your uniform.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Andy. Well, how about Shohei Ohtani and his future? How does that impact a Soto trade with potentially more teams getting involved for Soto?
Well, the fact that Ohtani has...
I just want to say, Sal Licata, he looks miserable as a Met fan right now.
I hate that dude, bro. He's so miserable.
Listen, when it comes to Sal, he's putting on a character, right? He's putting on a WWE, a WWF character. He's really not like that, in person from people that I know and who have dealt with him. But he's a character. He gets you. Listen, he engages in the conversation just like Li engages you in conversations. That's how I look at it.
Hasn't chosen a team yet, has turned the entire winter meetings into the Eric Fetty decision event. So really the whole industry's stopped up, including Soto, including most things except the very smallest things. It affects it directly because there are no other teams right now engaged in a serious way with the Padres that we know of on Soto. But if the Blue Jays miss out on Ohtani, they will be a serious trade partner for Soto. So we're waiting on that a little bit. But again, like Brian was saying, and I'm kind of feeling, the Yankees still feel like the only game in town here. And that's not necessarily totally Ohtani dependent, because we know obviously Ohtani's not coming to the Yankees. So it's holding it up, but I think there's a little way that it could happen.
I'm sick of Ohtani. I tell you that. I'm sick of it. Like he's such it's the drama that comes with him. As a person, as an athlete that's trying to avoid all the drama, all he's doing is attracting it. Yeah. Like all of these, like I don't want the me. If you say something, I'm done. Like all of this diva type behavior, I'm over it. Unless he signs with us. If he signs with us, I'm like, yo, I love that shit. I mean, I love it. I love it,
bro. You know what's funny with Ohtani? Just like, I really wonder if he doesn't sign with the Dodgers, could you track it back to that Roberts comment?
That would be so corny. Like, I think he's gonna end up a Dodger anyway. But what do I know?
Yeah. That's the number one priority, bro.
If I had to put money down, I would say either the Dodgers, you can't. The Mariners are always going to be a sleeping contender, right? Just because of that connection to Ichiro, just because how much Shohei respects Ichiro. I could see him even signing a one-year deal with the Mariners and let him go back on the market when he's going to be able to pitch, because he's not going to. If he's able to pitch next year, he's getting $600 million. But the fact that he's not pitching next year, the money's not going to be the same. You think the money's going to be the same, Ruben?
I think he's the $600 million offer is already here, because Passan was even saying already that there's rumors that he's already heading towards that number.
So
right
why
now.
nobody's talking about Uncle Stevie? Like, why aren't the Mets? Bro, nobody got more dough than Steve Cohen. Like, I don't understand why nobody's talking about it.
He's not getting into it because, remember, he said he wasn't going to go and spend that much big money when it comes to, like, unless if it fits a certain window. So he wants younger. So that's why he was in on Yamamoto, not Ohtani, because Ohtani's 29, going to be 30 next year. So he's looking to extend that window and build more like the Braves have, where they have a lot of guys in their prime. So I think with him, like if Soto was a free agent this year, he would have been all in on Soto.
Yeah,
because Soto would have fit it. But right now they can't trade for Soto because they don't have anywhere near the prospects.
And Steve Cohen's a businessman, though. He knows that Ohtani's gonna bring in all that money right back. Ohtani's signing with the Mets, forget it.
But that ties up their payroll so much because he's already wasted too much money on other guys. So like granted, the guy's worth like $13 million. Like I get it.
That's his money, not the team's money.
Yeah, that's not the team's money. But I think with him it's just simply that he's looking at this guy's not gonna get us younger, and it's not gonna extend our window really.
I wanna highlight YANKED Yin in the chat, and I appreciate you as a Padre fan being on the stream and watching us for a minute and joining in on the conversation and giving us your perspective as a Padre fan. They say a lot of Soto stats this year are a bit deceptive. Most of his power numbers came when the game was out of reach after the Padres fell out of contention.
Ooh, that's a Alex Rodriguez.
That's a hot take. You know, going back to A-Rod's first few years with the Yankees, a lot of his numbers people said were statted or padded on stats when the Yankees were already losing by 5 or 6 runs. Listen, I understand that argument, but hitting a home run in a major league game is still hitting a home run in a major league game, right? Unless every home run or 35 home runs came against position players that were in the game when the game was blown out, I still respect his stats and respect his numbers. Yes, if you want to critique about him being a bit more aggressive and not looking for the walk and trying to drive in a run, you could critique him for that. But a 400 on base percentage is still 400 on base percentage, and 35 home runs in the big leagues, to me, it's still 35 home runs. And like my guy 19 comments said, smack that like button for the boys.
Hey, it's el combo. Son, that comment though does nothing for me. Like, I don't care if they're down, he's hitting home runs. If they're up, if it's a blowout game, I don't care. I just want to see that in New York, son. Like,
they're going off a year and a half of Soto in San Diego, not looking at the entire career. And this guy has hit in the middle of the order in playoff teams.
What was the last thing he did when he played in Yankee Stadium?
He hit
a home run. He
went awful on us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, I don't want to hear it.
The World Series at 20 years old hit 3 home runs off of Verlander, off the Astros at 20, and hit 333 in the World Series.
Like that whole little back and forth between Verlander and who's the Yankees, one of the pitchers that Yankee fans hate the most.
Verlander and
Verlander, son.
And the team.
Astros. Yeah. So I don't know I don't care what it takes. Now, of course, I always overreact.
One off a call too?
Probably.
I think he hit one off a Cole.
Probably.
I think he hit one off a Cole and one off of Verlander. So like he hits good pitching.
Oh yeah. I think you're right when it comes to Garrett Cole. He definitely hit one off of Garrett Cole.
This isn't a shot at Garrett Cole, but a few people hit home runs off of him. So like, I love Garrett Cole. I love him, but Let's be
But I'm
honest.
saying, in the World Series, you know what I mean? Like when everything's locked in,
Yeah.
you're at your best pitching. You know what I mean? When you're like going at the most clutch moments.
Son, the Dominican crowd in Yankee Stadium is gonna give this guy a boost of energy, son. Like,
forget about it.
They're gonna bring that tres golpe inside the stadium, and then ask some coach on the side too.
we might have to worry about that though. In between innings, he's gonna be eating mofongo. He'll be probably eating chimichurri and stuff. So we might have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Listen. That's called Plátano power. All right, bro.
Plátano power. That's a real thing, son.
That's exactly what's going. Yo,
that's a real thing.
Talking about plátanos, bro. The restaurant that I was eating at, like next to my Airbnb, bro, they literally grabbed the plátanos off the damn tree when they was cutting, when they was making my food in Utuado. That was so nice. Anywho, back to the Yankee stuff. My guy Jacob Petruzzi puts in there, per Martino, the Yankees are still working on stuff. It's unclear as yet if they're finishing or they'll finish another transaction tonight. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. Well, according to Michael Caputo, don't believe in Andy Martino.
Real quick,
yo, this chat is elite. Shout out to the chat.
Yeah,
yo, the chat's always on point.
And real quick,
just like Mariella, I'll be Dominican at the game too. My fault, Ruben. Go ahead.
Yo, me too.
You're good.
Bro.
I have in one of the chats that I have, there was actually granted it's not a check mark, but it's one of the Padres fans. Sometimes the Padres, every fan base got a little person that might have a sword or something. There's a Padres fan actually saying the thing that Soto might be gone tonight, saying like per his sources. So I mean, granted, it's not a check mark, but you never know.
Who's my source? You know who's my? Let me call my dog over because that's my source. my source. When I'm here buzzed up at night and everybody's sleeping and I'm just chilling with him, because his name is Yankee. I'm like, yo, what do you think's gonna happen, Yankee? And he just stares at me. I'm like, yo, you're damn right. You're damn right.
Oh, like my guy Jonathan says, we got 49 likes. We are one away from 50. So if you're that one person that didn't smack that like button, smack that like button. Help us get to 50. Share it as well. There's other Yankee content creators that are on right now. Make sure you guys show every Yankee content creator some love because we're putting out the gold right now. The Alex Verdugo move is done. Will Juan, Soto, and Yamamoto be next? My man Jigga Man Porto said, question, am I supposed to be upset about Verdugo trade? Because I'm not.
Telling you, that's my guy, Jigga. Right?
He's on board.
About it, son.
He's on board.
19 comment, you're my boy, dude.
Yo,
that's
I'm
hilarious.
happy with the Verdugo move.
Like, hey, just ven acá, Colorado, ven acá. Come here,
El canito, right? That's a Spanish for like a not gingerish person, but
And they always say los canitos son candela, bro. They always say.
And he always got some fire kicks on him. He got some swag to him. That little cholo got swag, son.
That's the one thing. Verdugo does have some swag to him. He'll bring a different type of flavor to that dugout. And that's something that we have been lacking, right? I brought it up the last time we were talking. One thing that stood out to me when we look back on the 2009 championship, one takeaway from that season was AJ Burnett and how fun he made it be watching Yankee games. The walk-off pie to the face. I grew up wanting that from the Yankees. And finally in 2009, that was the first time any Yankee team I watched had that much fun in the dugout.
Verdugo will be the Burnett.
Yo, if we win the World Series, Hector, I'm gonna meet you at the parade, fine. I'm gonna just go, Hector, I love you. Bah! Pie to the face, son. And you're not even gonna be mad about it. You're gonna be like, yo, that's my guy right there.
Well, now I know subconsciously not to wear my glasses because I'll be expecting that shit from you. All right. So now
wear them so it doesn't go in your eyes.
Mariella also brings up Nick Swisher. He was electric in that dugout. He brought a different type of energy to that dugout as well. That's a great one as well. Michael Caputo, he's still excited about Verdugo and Juan Soto. Hopefully, knock on wood, we get Juan Soto within the next 24 hours. And I'll tell you this, if it is within the next 24 hours, I'm not sure what Ruben is doing or Don Sicario. We may go live. I know I'm going live tomorrow at 5 till 7 right? I'm gonna be with Pete Seminetti from 5 to 6, and my buddy Halal from Backstage Baseball will be with me from 6 to 7. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We're gonna have another special edition of the Hot Stove with my brother Pete Seminetti and with my little guy Halal from Backstage Baseball. And shout out to Halal. He put out a short today on the channel. Kid does amazing work. And my brother Celso will be joining us as well. Let's see. Caputo says Swisher is the Verdugo and Soto is the CC.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Yamamoto is Mark Teixeira, the 2009 all over again. And we stole Mark Teixeira from the Boston Red Sox. Let's see if we can steal Yamamoto also.
Yeah, but exactly. Yamamoto better be the Mark Teixeira and not Daisuke Masusaka. They better pull it. The Yankees better do it, bro.
We seen Yamamoto with a Yankee hat on. Was that real or was that fake?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him with
real. I think that was real.
Yeah, look at Hector's like, let me check.
Hold on, wait. Jacob Petruzzi, thank you so much. And shout out to my guy, Jacob Petruzzi, one of the top moderators we have on the channel. I think the deal is going to get done. Jack Curry on the Juan Soto Yankees trade.
Pero when? Petruzzi,
tonight.
let me know when. Is it going to be tonight? Because if I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to do this live, I'm in. Son. I might be grumpy.
Pero yo no trabajo mañana.
I work tomorrow early, but I don't care. You know, what's wrong? Why you so tired? You didn't hear it, Soto.
Hey, I'm gonna get that phone call in the middle of the night from Hector saying, "Oye, despiértate, let's go."
Oh yeah. I wish I could send you guys like a bat signal through the phone. And I wish it could be that car that
you see that like this with the Yankee logo.
Let's see. I got something else to share from Twitter. Again, when it comes to these Twitter stuff, hopefully I do not violate terms of service of YouTube and the video doesn't get taken down. But we got Michael.
Don't do it. Hector's a good guy, please.
We're just showing a little bit of clips. Let me just bring this back.
I have never heard a GM and a manager talk about a player who's under contract on another team. It's like Soto's here already. I mean,
Kay, we said that already, Kay.
Yeah.
You're stealing.
They stay copying, you know.
Do the same thing. That was a little startling.
I think that they've talked about him so often in their own suites and in their own offices, and we know that they're pursuing him. And I think the deal is going to get done. That you're almost right, Michael, that they are almost seeing him in pinstripes. There is a rule. It does get kind of murky because the Padres have almost said that they're trading Soto as well. But I think as they are talking about him, they're sort of giving scouting reports as well. So maybe that's covering them.
Hey, listen, like I know we already talked about it and we already covered it, but he's right. I don't remember the last time during the winter meetings, GMs and the manager of the team were talking so loosely about a player on another team already.
The last time it was with Garrett Cole. They were talking like that about Garrett. If I'm not mistaken, it felt like they were talking about Garrett Cole a slightly, not as much as they're doing right now, but they were all in. Wake up.
Fact. And my guy Michael Caputo says, Hector, remember how I wanted Ohtani over Soto? LOL, 7 months ago. I changed my mind. Yes, Caputo, I do remember that, and I'm happy.
Change is good.
Yeah.
Change is
and
good.
Like 19 comments says, doesn't Soto's mom live in New York? Hey, she may be in Dykeman a few blocks from me because I'm in Dykeman right now. So hey, I tell you right now, Juan Soto comes to the Bronx, my neighborhood is going to be amazing.
We're gonna hear nothing but bachata playing from every whip that you see passing by out of your window. You're gonna be while you're sleeping. You're gonna be you won't be able to sleep because the vibration from all the amps and stuff is just gonna be bachata bass lines in your head stuck all night.
Yeah, Aventura with some Don Omar playing in the background.
Some Andy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some real bachata up in there. Son, if you get signed, I'm eating mofongo.
Mochi Alexandra. That's what's gonna be playing.
No, but
man.
hey, and once we get Soto with Mini Soto, you know, in Dominguez in the same lineup. Ooh,
Yo, but let's be real though.
And hold on one sec. I'll throw it over to you, Roberto.
No,
For
you
me, one of the first conversations I ever had with like Pete or with Jason from 161, I always talked about the idea. Shout out to them. Shout out to Derek from NYY Recaps as well. Fireside Yankees. Like I said, make sure you guys go and support all the different Yankee content creators that are out there. There's enough clicks and views for us all to eat, right? So one of the first conversations I was having before the Nationals traded Juan Soto was the idea of having Jason Dominguez and Juan Soto on the same team, right? To have Juan Soto be that big brother to Jason Dominguez and show him the ropes and show him how to be a professional, being able to connect with him on a cultural level, because you can have a top prospect in Jason Dominguez, but if you don't have coaches or people in place, some veterans that can help the kid along and learn how to be a big leaguer in the States, I think that's key to have Juan Soto be that big brother to Jason Dominguez. Don Sicario, what's your thoughts on that? And throw it over to Ruben. Folks in the chat, let us know as well. Go ahead, bro.
He's gonna teach Jason Dominguez how to cook mango in the clubhouse microwave. He's gonna let me tell you how you do this. I'm gonna teach you how to cut it. I'm gonna teach you how to peel a plátano in like 5 seconds, easy, in the clubhouse.
You know, Soto shuffle.
Yo, listen. We can sit here and talk about Juan Soto to the Yankees for hours.
Yeah.
But one thing that and we've talked about this before, why it feels so real, because the way that the brass, like before all of this, you know, Yankee fans seem happy right now. We all seem happy, right? Oh, we're excited, Soto, blah, blah, blah. Before that, with all the Cashman comments, the way the season went, like everything was a mess. And all the numbers, and I've been preaching about this for a minute, the Yankees, they can deal with the signs at Yankee Stadium. They can deal with the shit talk, with all the trash talking on Twitter and all the social media. What they cannot deal with is low numbers, and they're losing money. Nobody's buying season tickets. Nobody's doing that. And they
44% down.
I mean, they know that, son. You know, and the last time I was talking about that, it was at 51% or something. Look, we're already down. Yo, they know what they got. They know this is the season that they got to go all out. And we've talked about that, all three of us. We've already said this before. And it's coming to life now. We know that. So I'm still going to roll with that. A lot of fans have bashed me on Twitter. I get it. I be talking that smack. But at the end of the day, we got to make social media fun. What's the point of being there mad serious? It's not real life.
Exactly. That's not real life. There's
he be posting those memes, bro. The memes that you see them,
bro. I'm Dr. Evil in the flesh, son. I'm Dr. Evil in the flesh. So, but I feel like this is gonna be the off season, because remember, all we were focused on was they're gonna make some big changes to the brass, right? Boom. They're gonna do this big. They're gonna have this company come in. They're gonna check the stat. Whatever. They're gonna make all of these changes. None of that has happened. We just had news today of Fishman, right? They're gonna get this group in, but they're not gonna look at nothing internal. We're gonna take what they have and we'll do it ourselves. They're gonna hide all of that by just bringing in some top dogs into the team. And that's fine. You know what? That's fine. Cool. I'm all with it. Bring in the superstars. That's how you're gonna bring the fans back. Because even if, let's say, they were to make these changes, let's say they were to get rid of Cashman, they were to get rid of Boone, and they still didn't make really big moves, do you think Yankee fans, honestly, ask yourself that, you think Yankee fans would still kind of be happy? No, we're still going to be upset. Like, all right, now what's next? If you bring in all these superstars, listen, forget about Boone. And you know what? I can deal with Boone. We'll be so happy we can deal with Boone and his damn bubbles and picking his little nose and his little mocos once in a while. I'll be okay with that. Bring in the superstars and we cooking, son. Like, let's be real. Like, no, everybody's gonna forget about that. We even wanted Cashman gone. Fans are gonna be back on the Cash God train. Like, you bring in Juan Soto, you bring Yamamoto, like you do all of these moves. Yeah.
Yo, I was like, I'm in the chat and shit. You know what? I'm gonna take the power of the producer. I'm like, fuck it, I'm coming to hang out, damn it. I want to talk about this shit.
Let's go. Son, tell us, Jigga Man, tell us what. Go ahead. Break it down, son.
You guys said it. It feels like it's that GCE, right? That Garrett Cole energy. Like they talk with their chest. I mean, it feels like it's our trade to lose. You know what I mean? Unless the Padres just sit there and just give us the double middle finger.
One second. My guy, Yanked Yin, the local sports media here in San Diego believe a Soto deal is possibly going down tonight.
I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who Yanked Yin is, but
they're my favorite right now.
To you.
And the name is dope too. Yanked Yin.
I don't know if he's on Twitter. I'm gonna have to give him a follow.
Yeah, Yanked Yin. If you're on Twitter, let us know.
Post your Twitter
in the chat. Folks in the chat as well. If you're on Twitter, post your Twitters in the chat so we can all be having these conversations on Twitter. Shit. If it happens tonight, we may do a Twitter space. First time Twitter space, Yankees Brew.
Yeah, those Twitter spaces are nice. I've done it before.
The Twitter spaces.
He said I've done it before.
Mariella put something out too, because shout out to Mariella, because she goes to every single game. And she even said, I didn't renew my season tickets this year either. I'm doing the ballpark pass instead, and the prices went up. Mariella, I will be with you at as many games as I possibly can.
What'd you say the number was? 44% down?
41?
That's what I heard. Yeah, 44.
Yeah, 44%.
You know, they feel that pressure, you know?
Salute to Miss Ramirez. Salute to you. You're doing the work for us. Don't get them tickets.
And Hector, going back to what you were saying about Dominguez with Soto, bro, that to me, that makes so much sense, because if we think about it, right? When Gleyber came up and he was doing good and everything, and you had Gary Sanchez and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yo, cuidado, that's my guy, Gary. Careful.
It also makes me think who in that group, right? Who in that group was the Alex Rodriguez of the group?
No one.
No one.
No,
there was no MVP all-star caliber like Latino player on that team that's been there for years,
or someone that was past their prime. Perfect example. That year that you're talking about, there was a veteran that we had on our team, but we traded him away the year prior. That was Carlos Beltran.
Yeah, that's my guy. I want it.
Imagine having Beltran on that team. With those baby Yankees, Miguel Andujar, Gleyber Torres, even a young Aaron Judge as being the veteran leader. Imagine Carlos Beltran with that group, Gary Sanchez, how those players would have turned out. Go ahead.
And that's what they needed. And so you were totally right on that, bro. You were totally right on that, because if you look at it with Soto, he's gonna give that to Dominguez and say, "Bro, I've been there. I was there in the World Series. I got you. You're gonna go and do this, da da da. Your swing looks almost like mine as a left-handed hitter. So, mira, just do this." Because if you do that side by side, bro, they're almost the same, bro.
No, but listen, we're getting excited, right? I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because
no, do it, Hector. Do it, Hector. No, we're getting excited.
It's just drink the Kool-Aid, damn it.
I'm just saying. I don't want to get too excited, because as a Knicks fan, we thought we was getting Donovan Mitchell, right? And everybody,
I didn't think we were gonna do that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's true. I'm a Miami Heat fan. I thought we were gonna get
so happy.
Yeah, and look, we thought they were gonna get Damian Lillard, right? But listen, hopefully
we were so happy.
Save us, man. Drop something in there for us. Save us. Hector's taking us down a bad path. Save us.
I want to ask you guys. We could go a little bit past 11.
We got Hawkins.
So I know you're up here, Ruben, Don Sicario. I just want to respect your time. I want to ask you. You guys want to do open panel right now?
Joe. I'm here. If you guys
guys want to throw the link in the chat, and whoever want to come up, talk your ish. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now, just so everybody knows when it comes to the open panel, we got to be respectful to Twitter, to YouTube, to the terms of services. Be respectful to one another. If somebody is in the middle of giving their take, let them finish, because the same time will be given to you, my brother Celso. The floor is yours.
In other words, don't be a douchebag. Bring them up, bro. Let's go.
Jigga look like he's about to drop a mean album. You about to drop the meanest mixtape.
And Hector, you messed up open panel. Listen, my son turned 21. I've been drinking sake with my son tonight. I'm ready to go. Let's go, people. Come on.
Happy birthday. Shout out.
Yes, happy birthday to your baby boy Elijah, who just turned 21. And
wait, your kid is your kid's name is Elijah?
Elijah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I got one of them too.
You know what's crazy too? I got
mine's 8 months old.
Big difference.
You know what's crazy, Rube? I have a cousin named Elijah whose birthday is today also. So shout out to my baby cousin Elijah.
Nice.
So I got the first person I want to bring up.
Hype. That was right before I let you know I might be drunk. It's great.
I got the first person that I want to bring up, and he hasn't been here in a while. Whoa. I want to bring up my guy, Mr. Michael Caputo. What it do, brother?
Yo, that might be CGI, bro. Is that really Caputo?
I don't know. It looks like he's in the Blair Witch Project.
Batcave right now.
Yeah, he's in the Batcave right now. He's on his way to San Diego to help Juan Soto come to the Bronx. Caputo, how you feeling, bro? And first of all, have you been drinking your water? You staying healthy? You staying hydrated?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Everything's good. But yeah, I'm very happy about this news. Very happy.
Very happy. I haven't seen a happy Caputo in a while. One thing I got to say when it comes to Caputo, last year, and a lot of fans always like to give Caputo some slack, but Caputo was predicting how bad the team was going to be last year. And Caputo came out and said, I'm going to protest the rest of the season. He stopped watching Yankee games. He stopped being in the chats because he stuck to his word. And I got to take my hat off to you, Caputo. Even though you lost that bet to me, you don't want to give me my money. I still love you, bro.
So you got to pay up, kid. But we about to send the hounds.
We got video proof now. You it's a binding contract.
It's definitely an exciting day to be a Yankee fan. This is what we've been waiting for a long time. I mean, this big blockbuster trade that was talked about like a long time ago. They should have did a long time ago. This is it. I mean, this is Juan Soto. There's no way that you pass up on a generational talent like him. 25 years old, and mind you, the Yankees have never traded for a 25-year-old superstar like this. A-Rod, remember when we traded for A-Rod, he was 29. So this is.
Damn, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's in the prime of his career, and you have to pull the trigger on something like this. And he's a left. I wanted Ohtani, but now I'm changing my mind because Ohtani has the Tommy John surgery, and you don't know if Ohtani's going to pitch and hit like for 13 years, and he might not pitch for 2 seasons with that Tommy John. So I think I'd rather have Juan Soto.
And he fits the profile 100%. So perfect. Like he fits what we need.
Talk about a need. Like it's like
the
puzzle's there. It's like that little piece that you're looking for. That puzzle. You're like, hold on. It's literally that guy right there. You just grab it. That's it. Your puzzle's done.
Now the pressure's on. The Yankees have to win the World Series now. The pressure's on. Pressure's on.
Yeah. 100%. So I want to ask you real quick, and let's throw it around the panel. I got Jonathan backstage. I'll bring him up momentarily. I just want to go around real quick with the reports that came out that the Yankees, right, according to Bob Clappage, respected journalist in the industry, he came out and said that according to some executives, the Yankees are walking around and got that, that big dick energy at the winter meetings when it comes to Yamamoto, when it comes to Soto. What's your thoughts on the Yankees and their confidence right now? And Verdugo was the first piece on the board to drop. It seems like a deal for Juan Soto will happen within the next few hours, let alone 24 hours. Go ahead, So what's your thoughts? And again, let's throw it around to Caputo, Ruben, and then Don Sicario before I bring up Jonathan. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I said in the chat, right? I mean, I saw some people on the timeline questioning the Verdugo thing. I am not mad about that trade at all. I think why
my guy Jigga.
I don't have a problem with that one. What scares me, I'll play devil's advocate here, is I am a Jets fan. So I know all about winning the news, the media, and the offseason, right?
That's a fire tattoo. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that out there.
My teammates up on my arm looks good. But the fact that they are one, if they don't land Soto, bro, then they're gonna get a bravo from me on the fact for putting on a show. Because they are making it very clear publicly, everything they're saying, they're giving us everything. I'm gonna be like, Good Lord, you had me buy that news.
I'll do one of these right here.
Yeah, fake news.
Give him the.
But I saw, what was the article? They're saying that the Yankees know how to lure someone in like Yamamoto, and they feel that they're the best landing spot. Every name that we've been begging for, they're preaching on. Now it's literally just will you really pull it off? You're saying all the right things, but are you going to meet the price that needs to be done? That's where I still get a little nervous, man. You know, I understand you throw names around, but you're going to tell me they want 6 players. You only want to give up 5? Put the other damn player in there. Just get it done. You have no choice. That's it. I guess I'll go back to drinking my water.
Caputo, same thing going your way when it comes to how the Yankees have been handling the winter meetings. When it comes to both Juan Soto and Yamamoto, what's your thoughts?
I want them to get both, and I like the Verdugo pickup. I think that's a solid pickup. And like I said in the chat, if you saw it earlier, I think Verdugo is the Nick Swisher of the beginning of the because in 09, if you remember, we got Swisher, CC, Burnett, Teixeira. Well, this guy he's like the Swisher of the
man child.
And it's a great pickup. They need a left-handed hitter. They get 2 lefties. This will be huge. I mean, the lineup is going to be so balanced now. They never had 2 lefties like that. I mean, I can't really put into words.
I want to ask you, Caputo, how do you feel about flipping Verdugo in the Juan Soto deal and sending him to San Diego and us bringing back a Trent Grisham? Because Trent Grisham, his money, he's making about $5 million per season. Verdugo's at $9 million, but Verdugo will only be for this season, and Trent Grisham, he's on the books for the next 2 seasons. What's your thoughts for that, folks in the chat as well? Ruben and Don Sicario already made the ugly face when it comes to Trent Grisham. But what do you feel about?
He's no Dougie.
He's no Dougie. He's no Doogie. I tell you that
he's
right now.
Without power. Gallo without power, man.
Caputo, what's your thoughts on flipping Verdugo in the Soto deal? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm for it, but I want us to have Verdugo and Soto. But I will say this: if it's just going to be Verdugo and that's it, and we don't get Soto, then I'm going to lose it.
No, I think we're all right there with you, Caputo. Again, I'll throw it over to Ruben, Don Sicario before I got to bring up Jonathan to join us in the conversation. Go ahead, Rubes.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Soto, Yamamoto, Dugo, off season. But when it honestly, but honestly, like when it comes to it, I mean, they just gotta get it done, and like Yang Yin said on the chat, on your 3-for-1 is a fair deal. Like we're offering him 3 major league ready pitchers, bro. Like these pitchers that we're offering are not in single A. These are guys that are legit in the upper levels of the minors, are almost ready. These are legitimately 3 rotation pieces that can go into 2024 behind their 2 aces. They got the 2 veterans in Musgrove and Darvish. You got some young guys coming up on the back end that typically stay healthy, because these are guys that have a healthy track record too. You know, if it is King too, King has proven that he can pitch 170 innings before. The Yankees just never really gave him the chance to have a long stretch of starts. So they were like, no, we're gonna go and stick it to the bullpen, all this other stuff. But once he got in that Kluber ball and added the 2 to 3 ticks on the fastball, he became a whole different pitcher. I've been saying that King should have been starting since 2022. That's just me. But like in that sense, like we're giving them legit pitchers. Like I even threw out there, like if we ended up giving them Schmidt, Vasquez, and let's say you end up giving a Warren, who's the most proven in AAA, or you end up giving a Hampton, who's already in AA, about to make that AAA jump and could possibly make that major league jump already. You got 3 starters right there. You got Yoanji Gomes that we can give. You got Brito. I mean, you got so many different options, and these are guys that we know are ready for the MLB. The Padres don't have to wait for them. They don't have to be like, oh, who did we get from Juan Soto 5 years ago? You know, like they're going to go and see this right now, and it's cheap pitching. Like they just got to get it done. It's time for them to get it done.
Facts.
Go ahead, Don Sicario.
And last thing, Dougie got to stay.
That's King Dougie, son.
You sold already on Verdugo? It's been just 2 hours, bro.
I've been texting him like, yo, you better be sold.
Bro, mira. If it's gonna be Dougie or Trent Grisham, I'm picking Dougie all day, bro.
Yeah,
all day,
yeah.
All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
100%. Don Sicario, I know that you're already in love with Verdugo, but what's your thoughts on the
trading him?
on the topic? Yeah, on either trading him or keeping him.
I say keep him because this team has become boring. Let's be honest. I love this team, but it's become boring. Like, we need characters in there, son. Like, we already have we have Judge. Judge is real, like, sophisticated, he's classy. Like, he played, he has his moments, but at the end of the day, he's cheaterish. And he's gonna Garrett Cole, like the two top dogs in there. They're very like, all right, we're Yankees, you need to act like it. We need some of the younger cats to be bringing some life in there. When we Odor and all of these guys, the Toe Show, like when we had all of these characters that the team was having fun. Didi, like they don't really have fun like that anymore. So we need something like King Dougie's gonna go in there, son. He's gonna bring at first they might not like him. Let's be honest. And I'm the same way.
He's gonna have to win the fans over. He's gonna have to win them over.
He's gonna feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he has that energy, and he's gonna be hitting the minute he starts hitting, fans are gonna flip the switch easy.
Well, it's gonna be that hit, and when he makes that face and he just slams that one time, because he's got that attitude. Someone in the chat said, right? Jay Petruzzi, he's got that dog to him.
He's got that swag.
When he was up against us, we saw it. Every fan that watches the game, he got that dog in him. It's like, all right, I'd rather have that atmosphere over here. Bring that shit.
And I'm not gonna lie. It takes a lot
feeling it, bro. He's feeling it. He loves it.
Come give me some angriness. Maybe it was the whole umbrella season with Boone. Just bring me some, give me some energy. No more Rihanna umbrella shit. Give me some.
I'm sick of it.
I've seen Soto has had one too many sakis as he drink his water. But for me,
I did when I'm drinking water, bro. Yeah. Okay.
I feel you have to have a level of you have to have cojones to be able to go back and forth with Yankee fans in Yankee Stadium right there in front. It's different than that player from Cleveland jumping into the stands, pretending like he was going to do something when he didn't. Alex Verdugo was right there going back and forth, talking with New Yorkers. And I have more respect for him doing that than what the guy from Cleveland did, looking like a spider monkey hanging on the wall.
That was corny.
That was super corny because you jump. It's like that guy in school or wherever you're at that he gets loud and gets into your face, but he folds like a little puppy when you give back the same energy. That's just how I feel.
You could tell Verdugo tried to bring that in Boston, but Boston wasn't kind of feeling it. They were like, in New York, son. Like I feel like with that, the way he's gonna give off that energy, because when you seen him first go to Boston, he was amped. He had that whole session with Poppy, with David Ortiz. Like he was mad amped. He tried to be in there, and you could tell the crowd was like, "We just lost Mookie." Yeah. Like they weren't having it. And if he goes to New York, and we have Juan Soto, like I feel like the energy is gonna be wild. And I'm all for it, son, because we need that excitement back, bro. And they can call him.
Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. I also think he also has to show that it's not just a big bark.
Of course, but I think he's gonna be able to back it up. I think he's gonna be able to back it up, especially in that
as well.
I got two more people backstage that I want to bring up. I'm gonna bring them both at the same time. I'm gonna bring up my guy Jonathan to the conversation, and I'm gonna bring up my guy Mr. Eddie Presti in the building. Eddie, I know you're in enemy territory because Eddie is a diehard Met fan, but I still love him. Eddie, with the news that just broke out, I'm gonna give it to Eddie first. Why? I'm gonna give it to Eddie first, and then throw it over to Jonathan. Go ahead, Eddie.
What do you got about Verdugo?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's a good move for you guys. It's obviously not who you guys were looking to get. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys talking about getting Juan Soto in here. You guys bringing Verdugo. Yeah, he's a nice player.
It's the first piece to drop. We still got some time left in the day, Eddie. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
No, I'm Debbie Downer because I just watched that fucking Knicks disaster.
I know, bro. I was with Eddie. It was not fun. It was not.
I'm just fuming about that. But listen, if I keep it a buck, man, I hope you guys get Soto. You know, like he'll be a good fit for you guys. I'm not saying you guys are going to re-sign him, but if you get him for that 1 year, he's motivated. You got a Judge behind him, protecting him, man. Yo, that's going to be a dangerous lineup, bro. And maybe you can even get fucking Stanton back on track a little bit because, you got, Soto, Judge, Stanton. Bro, you might be able to get Stanton maybe up a little bit, get his value up, get him to be a decent player, not just the trash he's been. So, I hope you guys land him. Verdugo's a nice little move, but, on both sides of this fence in Queens and in the Bronx, we both need to do some more work. If I keep it a buck, man, we both got to do some work.
Those are some dope lights in the background. Shout out to that. That's fire.
Right. Yeah, my Presty sign is gone because my fucking dog chewed the fucking good shit. She's chewing lights, so there goes another $100 down the drain. So that's Knicks lose by 20. You guys actually got somebody, and we're flirting with. We didn't even get Eric Fetty. That loser, Eric Fetty. We didn't even get that loser on the Mets. So.
You guys got Sevy. You got Severino.
You got Severino.
Oh, wow. Severino. Wow.
Hey, but Loki, I think Sevy's gonna bounce back with the Mets.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for it, bro. Because like, if he bounces back, you guys got a possible ace with him. Like he hasn't lost his fastball. He hasn't lost his fastball.
Everything looked good for him. The only thing is, I don't know if it was mental. I don't know what because his fastball was there. Like everything looked good, but they just couldn't figure out why he wasn't doing good. Like if he goes back to the old Sevy, bro, you guys got a mean pitcher.
Bro, am I the only one that gets mad when I hear that?
But
I don't want him to go do good. I'm sorry.
No, I do.
I don't.
I love
all right?
Sevy, bro.
I love Sevy. I get it. So do I. But there's a piece of me, if I'm going to be, look, maybe Eddie brings it out of me, Hector, all right, when he says, we got to beat a buck, all right? I know I don't got the Bill Burr voice, but I'm just like, nah. How many times did I have to sit there and hope he'd get it together for us and that shit not happen? And I got to go watch you go do it somewhere else? That breaks my heart. I'm sorry.
But I will say,
if the Yankees let him go, there's a reason the Yankees let him go. The Yankees been in the playoffs a lot more times than the Mets have been in the last 20 years. So I probably trust the Yankees on this, and this guy being a sixth starter at best.
But at the same time, I mean, this was the only year that he didn't perform. When it comes to because every other year where he's made 20 starts, he's always been decent, like almost ace level. Yeah. So this is the only year that he just did not perform.
Listen, Eddie is trying. Eddie's trying to hide back the curse words in his head right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eddie. What was that?
The last time we got somebody from you guys, it was Betances, and he was so fucking done. So I'm expecting that again. So I mean,
he had an Achilles injury, so I don't blame him.
Oh God, we got my guy Italy Jet in the building.
Oh my God, Italy! How you feeling about the trade? Come talk to us.
Our residential Red Sox fan, who I know he's going to miss Verdugo, and when Verdugo is hitting home runs against the Red Sox, he's definitely going to be cursing some people out. Shout out to my guy Italy Jet. Before I throw it over to Jonathan, real quick, Eddie, when it comes to Yamamoto, how are you feeling? Are you confident the Mets can pull it off?
No.
Or you think he's going to be with the Yankees? What's your thought?
I don't think the Mets are getting anybody. I don't think. I mean, what the hell they do?
Not even Ohtani. Not even Ohtani.
We're not even in the conversation with this guy. We're not even getting good, half-ass relievers. We're not even getting the John Fettys of the world. I think it's being back to the penny pinching Mets, man. I think we're going to be bad. I don't know.
Nah.
This team sucks. Right now, this team sucks.
Man, but don't give up on Uncle Stevie, bro. That guy,
you already gave up? Paying people, bro.
Hey, but he's been spending money. I think they're going to try to do smarter.
And a bunch of losers that won 75 games.
I do think that if with them waiting for some of these older guys to drop off with Marte and stuff like that, he needs to get better players overall. He already paid a whole bunch of millions of dollars for Scherzer and Verlander to get some prospects. So I think there's a plan there. It's not like the Wilpons that had no plan.
Okay, we give millions of dollars to Scherzer and Verlander and Narvaez and McCann, but We're not going to go after the best free agent in the last like 5 to 10 years in Ohtani. We're not even going to flirt with this guy. We're just going to say, oh, we're good enough with the losers we have in our lineup. Okay, Steve Cohen. Okay.
I thought you guys were gonna be. I thought the Mets were gonna be like the top name to be attached to Ohtani. Like that's what I thought.
But this is the thing with Ohtani though. Do you really want to put $500 million on a guy that has 2 Tommy John surgeries that most likely you're gonna be paying $50 million for a DH?
I don't care about his pitching. Just let him hit. That guy he does wonders for the Mets lineups because he's a real deal star. Pete, Lindor, all these guys. They're Scottie Pippins. Ohtani's the Jordan, man. That's what
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
From Keith, by the way, from Shea and Son. So I got to give him my props for plagiarizing. So
yeah, my guy, the deaf dude in the chat says, Eddie, have you forgot about the Lindor extension? That was a great move from the Mets.
Listen, Lindor's got a lot of heat, but you look at the end of the day, you look at his WAR and all that other stuff. He's still one of the top 5 shortstops in the MLB.
I love Lindor.
He's probably top
Lindor.
3. He's not that guy. Seager. He's not as good as a couple other guys, but he's one of the best shortstops in the league. So I think people give him.
He's turned it around.
He's not the best, but he's a good player.
He's turned it around. Like these last 2 years, he's been worth the money.
He's a good player. He's. I got no complaints about Lindor.
And he posts. He's there.
Yeah.
Every day.
What would you think if the Mets got Montgomery?
I don't know if listen. I want Yamamoto. I don't want these Montgomerys. Guys. Come on.
This is playoff proven. Dominated the Astros in the postseason. I mean, he ain't nothing to sniff at. You know what I mean?
Well, I wasn't overly impressed. I think he's a guy that he played well in the postseason. He's going to get paid off of that. Other than that, he's. Yeah.
Okay, I got something on Twitter, and this is from Talking Yanks. So, shout out to those guys over there. But they say John Boy and Jake were told by credible sources that they can go to sleep tonight because the Juan Soto trade isn't happening tonight, most likely tomorrow. So that's according to John Boy and Jake.
That's it. Hit the outro. Goodbye. See ya. Peace.
I
Buenos nachos.
I want to throw it over to Jonathan, my guy Jonathan. I know you've been backstage, you've been in the chat. Thank you for dropping the Alex Verdugo news and letting us know about that. But Jonathan, what's your take when it comes to Verdugo, Juan Soto, Yamamoto, and let's throw it around the panel to get ready to close it out. I want to get Caputo in on the conversation.
The interesting thing about Yamamoto, I just read a tweet by John Heyman saying that it's possible that he could sign for a contract near $300 million. That's according to John Heyman.
Ooh,
so I don't know who's going to. I don't know if he's going to sign.
Uncle Stevie, maybe.
But he has. Well, he sold all his pieces. I mean,
it's still money wise. I mean, you could team him up with Kodai Senga.
Yeah,
true.
I think the Yankees have been scouting this Yamamoto for so long that if they have to pay $300 million, I think the Yankees will pay them. Well,
25. I'll give him 10 years, no problem. He's 25.
I think the Yankees will give him 15 years for $300 million if they have to.
Oh my God! I don't know.
Split up the money and give him.
Look, like I'll do it.
You definitely been following LI Yankee King on Twitter.
I don't.
LI Yankee King posted that earlier.
I'm just doing it by AAV. I'm not listening to LI Yankee King.
Yo, you know what would be a dope T-shirt for LI? If it's a T-shirt with him covering his face because he never shows his face, but holding a sign that has one of his trade packages. A T-shirt with just covering himself with his trade packages.
I know Heyman is probably uncomfortable because he came up with the Austin Judge.
Caputo,
maybe Heyman is not the most credible source out there.
I want to throw it over to Caputo real quick and go around the panel real quick. With the reports that just came out that it's not going to happen tonight, most likely tomorrow. When it comes to Juan Soto, that we've talked about that, but is there anyone else that you're eyeing, Caputo, that you want the Yankees to try to go after besides Yamamoto, the Soto. We already got Verdugo. Is there anyone else that you're looking at? And I want to throw it over to Eddie as well, and ask him a different type of question. But go ahead, Capoose.
Third base. I want well, they need a third baseman, so I'm thinking maybe that guy on the Cardinals.
Donovan?
That Donovan, maybe.
No, Landon Donovan.
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 Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan.
Yo, imagine Arenado though on the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean that was what happened last year. It didn't happen, so maybe they could still trade for him. And I still think they need a Clay. I don't like Clay Holmes. I'm still very suspect with that guy. I think he's if you ask me, I think the guy's a bum.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you when it comes to Clay Holmes. When it comes to Clay Holmes, I think he is a phenomenal 7th or 8th inning reliever. As a closer, I want my closer to be the strikeout closer, right? I don't want my guy to be a ground ball pitcher wanting to get a double play, because I remember the first year that he was an actual closer. That was the first year we got Josh Donaldson. I could point out 10 different or 5 different five different blown trades, 5 different blown saves from Clay Holmes because of the defense letting him down because he was waiting for a ground ball.
Yeah, I don't trust his makeup.
Is that a reason to get Yuki Matsui?
What happened, Jonathan?
Is that a reason to get Yuki Matsui?
Matsui, listen, he seems like he could be a decent reliever, but from what I've been hearing from different people that actually cover scouting and stuff, he had a bit of a trouble adjusting to the major league ball because it was a bit bigger, right, than the Japanese ball. Japanese ball is a bit smaller, so he wasn't able to grip on a lot of his pitches. So when he had that that demo that he was showing to different GMs, that was one of the concerns people had. Jonathan, go ahead, bro.
If spring training started next week, who would you see as a closer currently
with what we have right now? I
already said it. I don't know why we're discussing this. I already said it. IKF. IKF is going to be the closer, and that's that. Like, why are we even discussing this?
IKF is a free agent, isn't he?
Well, there's reports that the Yankees are trying to bring him back, but no,
we don't have him, so he's not the answer.
True. Currently on the team, I would still have to go with Clay Holmes because you look at the pecking order. Clay Holmes is that guy at the end of your bullpen. I think don't sleep on Luis Hill as a surprise arm out of the bullpen. He's been looking amazing. That fastball is back up to 100 miles per hour. So he could be a sleeper coming out of that bullpen. Yeah. And if there's been one thing that Brian Cashman and our organization has been able to do is develop relievers, right? That's the one thing we've been able to do over the past 10 years is develop solid relievers. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I wouldn't be surprised if they develop Hill to be the closer because he's young, he throws fast, and if he can control his pitches, he can be a very effective closer.
I forgot Ian Hamilton. My guy, 19 comment. He brings up Ian Hamilton. If he could just stay healthy, that could be a good one right there. I want to see what De Los Santos has as well from Pittsburgh, that reliever we got. Let's see what he could do because he's another guy that he has a sinker like Clay Holmes, but he's more of a strikeout pitcher than Clay Holmes. So let's see what he can do.
I would put Holmes as a setup man.
I want to throw it over to you real quick, Presti, and then I want to throw it over to Ruben and Don Sicario before we get out of here because I got to cut off at 11:30. But Eddie, when it comes to Shohei, do you believe the rumors about the Atlanta Braves, or do you think that's just smoke?
No. That's complete BS. I don't think Atlanta's got that type of money, man. They've never shown that they've gone after the biggest fish ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this goes back 30 years now. I mean, the last guy, the biggest guy they signed is probably Maddox, and that's what, 1993, something like that. That was the last like top guy they've ever signed. So that's not what they do. But Shohei will pay for himself. You know what I'm saying? Anything that signs him, he's going to pay for himself with the TV rights and the marketing and all the fans that are going to come in, the merch, all that stuff. So Would I be surprised if Atlanta pulled something like that off? No, because they are my evil empire, and I would see some sick shit like that happen.
With your luck, right? With your luck.
Exactly. But the logical side of my head says no, they can't pull that off.
One sec, the deaf dude in the chat says, why are you asking the Mets fan what he thinks about a division rival getting the best of a generational player?
That's what we do, son.
One thing, because one thing I can say about Eddie is that Eddie, I know, is a diehard Met fan, but he's also a baseball diehard. He's a diehard baseball fan. So when it comes to, he could be objective, not only on his team, he could talk about baseball. That's why I love having baseball conversations with Eddie. And like my guy Don Sicario said, because we do that over here.
That's what we do. Like we're talking baseball, kid. Like I mean.
But to be honest, when it comes to Eddie, go ahead, Ruben. You wanted to throw something in there?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a question. What do you think about possibly going after Snow?
All love.
Mets or Yankees?
Yeah, the Mets. Yeah,
I think they might have to. I don't think they're going to get Yamamoto, so I could see Snell totally ending up on the Mets. And to be honest, I wouldn't be mad. I think he's a great pitcher. Cy Young, both in the AL and the NL, man, that's a pretty good resume, right?
To that point, what do you think Snell signs for?
Minimum 7 years, $230.
Okay.
I say
that's not bad.
Yeah, I think I started at 210 and I threw him an extra 20 because of the resume and because of he's going to be compared to the guys Rodon, and he's going to get a lot more than Rodon, and rightfully so, he should.
Yeah, now, he hasn't helped your track record.
That boosted value.
Yeah, that's Cy Young for sure.
With the rumors dating back to last year and right around the trade deadline, what do you want the Mets to do? Two things. What do you want the Mets to do, and what do you think they will do when it comes to Pete Alonso?
Okay.
Ooh.
It depends on the team they field this year. Okay.
Yeah.
So if the Mets go all out, and let's say they get Yamamoto, and let's say they solve their outfielders issue in left field, they bring in a Gurriel or Teoscar or something like that. They rebuild the bullpen, sign another pitcher. They have a lot of work to do. If they end up doing that, fine. We keep Pete, let him play out the season, and then after the season we'll talk money with you, right? If they don't do any of that and they don't get any of these big fish and they decide to go the rebuilding route, I'm going to trade Pete Alonso this offseason, and I'm going to get top max value for him because they're not going to win. If you don't bring in help, the Mets are not set up to win. They're not. They don't have the pitching. They don't have the starting pitching, and they don't have the bullpen. So if I'm being real and being honest, you have to maximize Pete's value and just get rid of him. And I'm not going to stop there. I'll start, dealing McNeil. I'll see if I could get anything for Nimmo, and you might even have to look to even trading Lindor because that's how bad. That's how bad they are. So
I got a mock trade for you. What if they trade Pete Alonso for Corbin Burns?
No. I think Corbin Burns is on the decline. I think you could get more. I mean, listen, 40 home run guys don't grow on trees. I know he's not the best hitter in the world, but they don't grow on trees. And when you got a chance to get them, and if you have a good team, he's going to help your team a lot. People talk shit about Schwarber, but that guy, he hits 3-run homers and he opens games up. And yeah, he hits under 200, but he could blow a game open. Same goes for Alonso. Put him in the right lineup, guys.
And Alonso's a better hitter. He's better than Schwarber.
He's very close to him. Now, like this past season, they're very similar. Mets fans talk him up because he's got a better average, but this last season he's a lot like Kyle Schwarber. That's the type of guy.
But imagine if they got Burns for Pete Alonso, and then they go and sign Rhys Hoskins on the cheap.
Okay, but they still have lineup issues. They're still, thin. They got Marte. They're trotting out Marte's like 35 years old. Yes, he could steal bases, but dude can't hit for power. McNeil, another guy, can't hit for power. You're trading your best power guy and replacing with Rhys Hoskins.
I seen a rumor about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I would love to see that guy in the Mets in New York. Vladdy, What do you think about that? Like,
they're talking about the Mets most likely are going to sign his younger brother in the international signing period. Vladdy, and this is crazy because you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and then you got Vladdy Guerrero, who is the youngest brother that's rumored to sign to the Mets. But
if it was Big Mac, Vladdy Mac, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the Mets, son. Like, I mean, he's a big bat. I think he'll do good in New York, like, because he got, you know.
A hot take, I think Vladdy's overrated.
You know what? That's fine. I don't care.
He's coming off a good year. Like, he's not coming off the best year last year. Vlad.
Vladdy's had one season, one out of his 5 seasons where he's been even close to being an all-star, like all-star MVP type. All the other years he's basically a 790 OPS guy.
His reputation is built off the home run derby. If I'm keeping it a buck, you know.
Yeah. And being a bloodline guy.
I just want to add one thing, and I'll throw it over to Jonathan and Caputo because I want to get their final thoughts before I bring it up to Ruben and Don Sicario before we get out of here. But for me, when it comes to Pete Alonso and the Mets, I think the perfect trade partner is the Seattle Mariners, right? Because, yes, 40 home run guys don't grow on trees, like you said. Seattle, they have young pitching, right? But when it comes to Pete Alonso, he could be a guy that he won't get $300 million on a contract extension or in free agency, but he could get 200 and 250 mil. And that's the perfect area where Seattle can play with because they don't have to worry about the 300, 400, $500 million superstar. They could get Pete Alonso for 200 to 250 million. He's going to be 29 in a few days. He'll be 30 when he reaches free agency. So they don't got to worry about a 27-year-old who wants to maximize his entire value. It'll be Pete Alonso. They could give up some pitching prospects to the Mets, which the Mets desperately need right now. Because when it comes to prospects, the Mets have a lot of position players. They don't got any pitching. And that's what the Mets need. That's definitely what the Mets need. So I want to throw it over to Jonathan. Jonathan, I want to get your last thoughts when it comes to Juan Soto or whatever conversation and throw it over to Caputo for the same thing.
The one thing that was just reported 11 minutes ago, it says Astros are in agreement with free agent catcher Victor Caratini.
I like that, man. That's a good
I've never heard of him, but
he's a Puerto Rican catcher.
In regards to Soto, I think the Yankees will get a deal done within the next 48 hours.
Okay. All right. Caputo, same thing going your way. What's your thoughts on Soto or whatever else? And let's throw it over to Eddie, Don, and Ruben, and we're going to get out of here.
Yeah, I think the deal probably gets done tomorrow then. If they're saying that John Boy and Jake have to go to sleep, I guess it's got to be tomorrow. If it doesn't get done tomorrow, I'm going to start to get worried again because you have to get this done, get this out of the way quick and now because they have to address all the other needs that they need. Third base, starting pitching. You can't make this drag now. I mean, come on, get it done. I don't want to wait another extra 3-4 days. Get this out of the way. I want this. I want it over with. I want it done.
Yeah, no, and for me, when it comes to San Diego, the pitching market, they still have to try to get pitchers for that starting rotation. So if they try to hold on and wait to get a better deal for Soto, the free agency market is going to dry up when it comes to starting pitchers. So they got to try to get what they can right now when it comes to starting pitchers from the Yankees and then look at free agency and add on. But go ahead, Eddie. I'm going to throw it over to you. Same thing. Whatever you want to talk about, last comment, and then throw it over to the top two.
I'll keep it Yankees, man. Yankees just got to close this deal with Soto. They can't fuck around, all right? Because you never know, 11th hour, another team comes in with a better offer or something crazy. So if they have this, deal on the table and it's sort of agreed to, and there's one, little prospect hanging around, just pull the trigger, make the deal, bring Soto to the Bronx because you bring him in, he changes your whole lineup. He changes your whole team trajectory going into next season. You got to get him.
Thanks. Copy. Same thing over to you, Ruben. Let's get your final thoughts on whatever you want to talk about, and then throw it over to Don Sicario to wrap it up. And to let everybody know, tomorrow we will be live 5 p.m. We're going to be going live from 5 p.m. to 7:30. From 5 to 6, I'll be with my guy Pete. From 6 to 7:30, I'll be with Halal. And we're going to do an open panel as well tomorrow, so be ready to jump on and give us your takes. Go ahead, Rube.
Yeah, at this point, they just gotta get it done. I mean, I think they'll probably get it sometime tonight. Who knows? They might get it around 5 o'clock in the morning, first thing, or something like that. It feels like they do stuff like that at all, where it's like, it might get done tomorrow, then boom, it happens. Because it was kind of like that with Cole. Didn't Cole happen like right in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
So
midnight. It was midnight.
yeah, so
yeah, it was
so I mean,
something.
yeah.
hey, we got 26 minutes. Who knows? Hey, they're in Tennessee, so we got an hour and 26 minutes. You never know. So at this point, like I think, get Soto. You already got Verdugo. If you're gonna flip him, flip him. If not, keep him. I think keeping him makes better sense than getting Grisham, just because.
I got him on board. You see that? Yeah, King Douglas.
Bro, I don't need Gallo with no power as my center fielder. Like
Kiermaier.
like it's just at this point it makes no sense. Like I'd rather get freaking Kiermaier over Grisham at this point.
I feel
because Kiermaier can actually hit for average. So
yeah, Don Sicario.
Piece that the Yankees have been missing for years.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Kiermaier. I'm just throw that out there. I know
I don't like that
defense is
dude.
top notch.
No, I don't want him, but I'm saying like over Grisham.
Over Grissom, yeah, I'll take him over
Yeah.
Grissom for 1 year as a 1 year stopgap.
I don't like
till
Kiermaier.
Dominguez.
I don't like his
Yeah.
face. I don't like what he says. I don't like him. Like that whole debacle with him and the Rays, I just don't like him. But listen, anyways, about Soto.
If he can help you win a World Series, will you like him?
He's not. He's not.
He's been marketing. He's been marketing himself to the Yankees since the season barely ended. He's like, "Hey, I want to go for the Yankees."
I'm good. I'm good. Like
Later, Mariella.
salute,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Ramirez, salute.
Go ahead, my
Listen,
guy.
I don't have a time frame for Soto. I don't have a time frame for him. All I'm saying is it better get done. And I hope Verdugo stays. I like King. That's King Doogie. I'm good with it. He has the contact back. We could use him, and he has that swag. And maybe, I don't know. I know my guys over here. Maybe we could make a trade. I don't know what Edwin Diaz is doing nowadays, but I wouldn't mind having a legit closer for us. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really want some
Or his brother.
Nah. Oh, that's we did talk about that. We
His
talked
brother's
about
not
his
as
brother.
his brother's not,
But he's not as good as
Edwin. Yeah.
I'm close.
Yeah, he's not.
No,
he's not.
yeah. Edwin is better for sure. Edwin is better.
Yeah. But Soto needs to get done, and everybody knows it. And the most importantly,
I still think Luis Hill will be in the bullpen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Luis Hill's gonna be in the bullpen.
No, can I ask you guys one question? If you guys
Go
get
ahead.
Soto over or under 40 home runs,
Over.
with that short porch,
Over.
39. I give it slightly under. Just
all
maybe
the
39.
fans are saying under. I'm saying over.
If the
I'm
Yankees
saying
bat him,
over.
if the Yankees bat him in the 2-hole and Aaron Judge in the 3-hole, it's over 40.
And
But if the
Yankees-
Yankees flip that and do some dumb stuff and have Judge, then Soto under 40.
I think either way it's 40, just because of the ballparks in the AL East. Because you got Boston, you got Toronto, you got Baltimore. All these parks are going to benefit him. Like San Diego killed lefty power. So when it comes to like looking at the AL East, that's a lefty hitter's haven.
I wouldn't be surprised if Soto reaches 50.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, hot take.
All the Met fans were saying, well, he was in the best lineup in the NL and he still didn't crack 40. So that's why I asked the question.
It's the ballpark. I think it's Ruben. I think it's the ballpark. And at the same time, they're not the Yankees. I don't care. Fry me. Like there was too many stars. There were too many stars on that team, and you know how that works out. They didn't have the right manager for it. Like when you have that many stars in there, that many all those
individuals.
The
managers that they had, the coaching
didn't
staff,
click.
The one thing to keep in mind is he's going to be in front of Judge, and nobody will want to hit Judge. So it's guaranteed Soto to hit better pitching.
Yeah, and also you got to look at San Diego. That ballpark is not built for left-handed sluggers. The only left-handed slugger that was able to hit over 30 home runs in that ballpark, it was Adrian Gonzalez. And that's because Adrian Gonzalez went opposite Phil. When he went to Boston, that was the issue because those home run line drives he had in Boston turned out to be doubles in Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Facts.
But Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We just got somebody backstage. My fault, Anthony. We have to cut it off, but we'll be live back tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We'll have an open panel as well. Appreciate my two compadres, Mr. Don Sicario, El Numero Uno Ruben. Shout out to Jonathan for joining us. Eddie, I know the Knicks, we got our ass spanked, but I appreciate you jumping up here and having these conversations. Eddie, we got to set something up because I love talking baseball with you, my brother.
Yeah, I dig it. The Eddie dude, I dig it, man.
Yeah, for real, Eddie, for real.
Yeah,
Cool
man.
talk, bro.
Gotta talk some ball.
That Def do. I'll put the link in the chat, for tomorrow. You guys come up. We'll have a great conversation with the open panel. But appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Like always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And if your mother makes you a good plate of food, tell her thank you. All right. Thank you to the madres that are out there. And like always, deuces.